green a little. What's the name of Sham? I don't know, man. Yeah, it is. It definitely is. All right, that's better. I was like, what the hell? Y'all give me a second here. I'm gonna share this. We gonna get into everything. Y'all give me a second here, man. It's like this weather is it's like perfect today. It's like really, really nice outside today. So I'm trying to get back out there and look everybody up in here. Make sure y'all share this if y'all see this on the rebroadcast or whatever. You know what I mean? Make sure you get this out to everybody. I use that to represent this one little crowd that be online. We gonna get into all that though. This one chick, she be going live for like 6 views. Ain't nobody paying attention to you. All right, we here. So I wanted to start this. So I'm gonna talk about Wendy Williams too. Wendy, I'm gonna say this to you. Help is on the way. All right. Anybody get this back to Wendy Williams? Just tell her, listen, shh, help is on the way. I was told to tell that to you. All right. You take it how you want to. Now, moving on. I'm gonna talk about Wendy on the circle back. So if you're here to hear about Wendy, just give me a few seconds. But I wanted to talk about this because this was funny. I think these truth tellers, these so-called truth teller people, I think honestly and truthfully, and y'all tell me if y'all agree or disagree. All right, tell me if you agree or disagree. And it's okay to disagree if you disagree. I'm not gonna hold that against you. I do that sometimes, and I just be like, cause sometimes in my mind I'll be like, I don't care what you have to say. But in this particular fashion today, we're gonna listen to everybody's opinion. I think the truth tellers, you understand what I'm saying? Peace, God. I think the truth tellers nowadays, wa alaikum assalam, wa alaikum assalam. I think these truth tellers nowadays, I think many of them are actually con artists. I think many of these truth tellers are gamers for views. I think most of these truth tellers, in my personal opinion, ain't got really nothing to offer. Now, where do I take this from, this premise? I'll tell you where. I think there's an ilk of people that are truth tellers, if you want to say, that are actually pertinent if some of the things they say. Let's say that, right? And I deduct that from people like the Alley Carters, where y'all having a conversation about her trying to clean that up, including the people that was inclusive of promoting her the most. They trying to clean that up now. Y'all notice that? The people that was promoting her the most, they now trying to walk it back and clean it. The world don't work like that. YouTube and your fantasies work like that, but the world don't work like that. So a lot of people out here, whether it's Lamisha, whether it's Allie Carter, whether it's what's the other girl's name, Adriana, or whatever her name is, all these girls somehow or another have become known as not as being traditionally known as non-consistent. Is that fair? What's up, Arkansas? What's popping? So let's say that this legitimately speaking, right? Legitimately speaking, these girls ain't quite work out. Is that fun? Is that cool? Is that cool? Can we all agree with that? These girls didn't work out that fun. I have said for 2 years straight, and this has always been my term. And it was funny how I heard other people start bringing it up like they had brought it up. Now, I said this in front of Trump Tower. I had a whole live up there with this particular black woman that worked for MTA, that's the Metro Transit Authority here in New York, had been attacked by a man that was homeless. He was sleeping up under one of the benches. She worked at a cleaning crew, so she woke him up, and he commenced to put his hands on her. In commission of him putting his hands on her, 2 black men, 1 Puerto Rican man, and another man commenced to put put the prayer of the Lord in them. You know what I'm saying? They sat down and had worship with them, if you get what I'm saying. And so you know what I'm saying? I went up there because I was very, 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 very upset with that, because I was like, that could have been my grandmother, my mother, on my mom's side. You know, that could have been, you know what I'm saying, somebody I know. And so I was upset about it. I spoke about it at Trump Tower because I was hoping, because of my frequency and people knowing me up there, that hopefully it would turn around and it would be something of the best. We don't do shout outs over here. What I look like, an MC? We don't do shout outs over here. So just hear me out. Nobody in these true communities at that time brought that up. Nobody in these true communities talked about any of these women. Nobody in these true communities, it seems like to me, sit around and do anything but talk about particular chimed in, focused subjects and individuals. Let me tell you what I mean. The topics of Diddy, the topics of Jay-Z, the topics of who else? Who else we talking about? Kanye. They bringing up Kanye now. The topics of Puff's mom. The topics of King Combs. The topics of, you get what I'm saying? The topics always have a superstar name attached to them, but when it's a regular Joe, none of these women are meant to be or seem to be found talking about these situations. I'll give you another example. There was a little young girl the other day, a little black girl, and her friend. This little girl was 11 years old. And she got stopped by not one, not two, but three cops, and said she fit the description of somebody had stolen a car a few minutes ago. See how people are logging off? They don't care about this. That's all you got to do is do podcasts like this. You'll understand and see that most of this truth-telling shit is a game. It's a game. See, if I was over here and I was like, yo, and Puff got another charge, so let me read out the disposition of the charges, and let me read out his court date and all that, they'd be all into it. I'm not your uncle, motherfucker. Your mama had you when she was 13. Anyway, long story short, they would be all into that. But since I'm sitting up here and I'm calling them out, you understand what I'm saying? It's crazy to me because they don't want to hear that. Instead, what you'll get is you'll get motherfuckers coming in here like some nigga wrote criminal, and they all try to paint themselves as the stand-up individuals. This, pay attention to the chat room and it'll show itself. The fact that they won't even let me talk about these other conversations that we should be having about child endangerment, women getting trafficked or whatever, and their focal points are only Jay-Z, Diddy, and people like that. Would you raise an eyebrow when the words of Umar Johnson? Doesn't that sound weird? Doesn't that sound suspicious? How come this dude is over in New Zealand, the other one is over in Australia, the other one is up in Canada, all day long? This chick been live for 6 hours. Talking about completely nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there's no highlight of a situation. There's no premise of her own, what she built upon. There's no substance to her conversation. Basically, her conversation consists of reading back articles, regurgitating old information that people already know, giving her uncollared opinion on things that nobody asked her about. And I'm not bashing on her because she's just one in the midst of many of these ladies that be online, and the only thing they want to talk about, and the only time they want to pretend like they mad when it comes to this subject that we're talking about, whether it be child endangerment, whether it be children being taken, you understand what I'm saying? They never want to have the conversation about anything. So let me continue about this little 11-year-old girl. In the video, this little 11-year-old girl, black girl, is sitting there crying. She's scared. Her friend, you keep that little girl that was with you, you keep her as your friend for the rest of your life. If I was your dad, I would tell you that. I'd be like, she don't go nowhere. All her birthday parties from this point on paid by me. You understand what I'm saying? If y'all want to go to cake, because that little girl didn't leave her. She said, no, her mom wouldn't want that. Her friend didn't leave her. Pay attention. Her friend didn't leave her. And her friend was black as well. She didn't leave her. She said, no, I need a phone. I need everything. You understand what I'm saying? That people ain't going to understand that. And the police kept telling her, okay, you can leave. She said, I'm not going anywhere. That's her friend. See, a lot of y'all don't know how to recognize somebody being a friend. You understand? So when I sat there and I watched that video, and I'm going to put it up for y'all. Don't worry about it. When I sat there and watched that video, and later on we find out that wasn't the little girl they were looking for. And these 3 police officers are under scrutiny now, especially the one particular woman police officer that was there. See, this is what you're not understanding. The woman minority police officer that was also there, right? You're interrupting the stream. You don't care about no kids or nothing like that. You hear to talk. That's somebody that will sexually assault a woman. Anytime you hear a man or a woman, I don't care. There's been podcasters that I can't stand. If they're talking about some women getting assaulted or some kids getting assaulted or something like that, I don't say a word. I don't be in the chat room interrupting the conversation, because these are conversations need to be had. Whenever you see people come in here and do stuff like that, those are distractors. This nigga's talking about, yo, take your hat off. I want to see it, girl. That's the men you got out here nowadays. There's another nigga, can you shout me out? You hear what I'm saying? These are Landon. His name is Landon. That's a man. You understand? That's why the women turning on us now. We got to start calling out these sucker dudes, Because these dudes got these platforms too, and they'll be quick to talk about Puff or whatever. Whatever. When last time you talked about one of these girls, truth teller, being assaulted or being unjustly accused or something like that? Do you know that the prison population in women has increased by twofold in the past 2 decades? Did you know that? Go look it up right now. Go to the Department of Justice website. It'll show you. Department of Justice website. The incarceration rate of women. You saw 15 women jumped out of there. Go look it up right now. Just put in Google. Incarceration rates increase among women. Incarceration rates increase among women in the United States. And what you'll find is you'll find a pattern. It's not just in the United States. It's in foreign countries too. See what I'm saying? Oh yeah, they going to jail for big things too. One of the biggest ones be homicide. Second thing after that is drugs. Vehicle offenses seem to come up a lot of times. Theft comes up rampantly. You're making this up for y'all. I'm telling you the truth. And go look at this research for yourself. What you gonna do? You gonna argue with them too? You gonna have an argument with the DOJ online like you try to do with me and other podcasters? And this is what you always know when they say this line right here. I don't care how you feel. This is what the Department of Justice say. These motherfuckers go as far as to tell you when you getting in and getting out. What are you talking about? These are people that live in delusion world. You understand what I'm saying? And they donate to these people and everything else. Last night, you got a couple little operatives that you have online, right? There's a couple particular podcasters that do stuff like this. And what they do is, there's a shortage of people donating online. It took me a minute to figure it out, but I figured it out. There's a shortage of people donating online. I'm going to tell you why there's a shortage of people donating online. Because there's been a lot of people that have been here for a while, like myself and others, but I wasn't inclusive in that. But there's other podcasters that have it. There's other personalities that y'all come across that have done the same thing. You're like, I can't believe they got over on us. We believed in them. The only thing I can take away and accept from the conversation is at least the Allie Carter chick, as far as we know, didn't have a cash app. She didn't take no donations for her charade, which people are calling out. You understand what I'm saying? At least she didn't tap no cash app. But for the other ones that do, and they sell you these stories for like 5, 6. How long did Allie Carter have a run on YouTube for about that people was talking about it about good 5 or 6 months? 5 or 6 months. They usually have a span anywhere from 5 to 6 months to a year. Then they become so popular online that people say, well, you know what? I ain't got no choice. Let's take this one out. And that's what they do. They commence to try to take them out. They'll find something about them or whatever. If you like to watch the New York streets, hit that cash app up here at the top. We might make something happen for you, Jessica. Yes, I have been out. That's why I'm fully dressed. If that answers your question. But yeah, make sure you hit the cash app. We might do something. I go for the rest of y'all too, because I do work here. We don't, this is not a T channel. So please don't ever think this is the T channel. We do talk about things and we try to find solutions to them. We try to talk to it from the tone of the people. We don't try to talk to it from a tone. And if you don't know me, my name is Davin Lewis. I was in the music industry for over 17 years. I worked at 3 different distributors. We went through Arista Records, Atlantic Records, and finally Interscope. So you can say I know a little thing or two about the music industry. I often show pictures up here, video up here, everything else. If you enter in my name, and you just put in Daddy's House Recording Studio, you'll get to hear some of the music that I made, stuff like that or whatever. And go check it out and have some fun. Tell me what you think about it. I always like feedback, so leave some comments on the videos. Should have taken us with you. Nah, you ain't hear what I said, did you? Jessica, I'm going to tell you one more time. I don't know what you're doing. If you want to go to NY, you want me to move around or something like that, I need money to do that. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not doing it off my dime. I'm trying to save up for some new things. I need a car again. I need a whole bunch of things to come up. I'm seeing some of these people that call themselves truth tellers. They get on here, get a 5-6 month run. Within that 5 to 6 months, some of these people are making $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 off the good people selling them porcupines and lies. But the people that are on here and they're working, like you just said in your own self, I love to just watch your New York street lives and stuff like that. People know that I usually go to locations and stuff like that, and you know what I'm saying, film for people. But based on the market has changed here on YouTube, where everybody's donating to these quote unquote truth tellers, truth sayers, and all that or whatever. And and a lot of them is just making up shit. There's a few of them, you know what I'm saying, that they got some. How can I say it? They got some tenacity behind what they're saying in one metric or another. But there's more so of them on here, in my opinion, that just pop about the blue. Like when I saw Ali Carter first pop up in the first video I saw, I said, this broad lying. There's no one that goes out like you. Thank you very much, Gillian. Thank you very much. That's thank you. I used to move around. I'd be up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go get this footage, get that footage, and nobody appreciated it. So I said, well, hey, I started getting to the conclusion. I said, well, one, they just don't like my brand, I guess, of black or whatever you want to say. And then I started thinking another way. I said, well, maybe they just don't respect me because I used to work in the record industry or whatever. Then I started thinking, okay, well, maybe they just don't like my personality because I'm a little harsh when I come off. I understand that. Then I started thinking, nah, maybe these people are just jerks and they just like, you know what I'm saying? That's the final conclusion I got. Maybe these people are just jerks and they'd rather hear a strong lie. They'd rather hear a strong. Killing Face said, that's how I started following you. Which video did you see that you started following me? I'm interested too. Thank you. What time is it? Get the fuck off my channel. We don't do that. If you on here calling me Unc, nigga, you can obviously see I ain't nobody's Unc. If you on here calling me Unc as young as I look, then that means that your mama had you when she was about 12, 13, 14 years old. In the regular world, I'm supposed to be your older brother, not your Unc. Unc is a nigga that's 65, 70 years old sitting on the porch with some Dooney brothers or something like that. I'm not your Unc. You understand what I'm saying? I don't even have no kids, son, so fall back. Be easy. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all use these words a little too much. Unc. Y'all ever notice this? Unc, bro, auntie, all that. It's all because they feel like crap in that generation. They like, if you look at them, the average 20-year-old look like Unc to me. You ever seen the average 20-year-old in 2025? The average 25-year-old got 2-3 kids by now. The average, you see me at the Trump Tower, right? Thank you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate that. He said Trump Tower. So, you know what I'm saying? I used to move around or whatever. I can get into that in a minute. But I used to move around, go everywhere for people. Book a Hove. What else? I had Chance Rap on here on camera last year. We had Talib Kweli. I went to where Nas grew up at. I went to where Biggie grew up at. I went to Biggie's statue. I mean, I moved all around the city. And like, what I saw is as I was going everywhere, it was less and less people donating. And I didn't know what the case was or whatever. And I said, oh, that truth sayer market is saturating all the money. But as they started getting busted, like I'll give you an example. When I often say this, and I'm going to keep saying it. And this go out to that Anton LaVey Atwood crowd, huh? Listen here. If you run back the tape, you're going to remember there was an episode, and it was with Fake Thor. It was with Lilith the Witch, aka Beverly, and who was the other one? And the Canadian head shaking moose, Walrus. Okay, so all of them were right there, right? And so as all of them were right there and everything, it was funny to me because Beverly had said, had you seen this, what's her name? And then the other one, she brought up and started saying, the one from Canada, she started saying, oh yeah, there's this girl named Lamisha, you have to see it, it's heartbreaking and blah, 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 blah. You also showing us where the office is where you work. Thank you, Gillian, I appreciate that. Like, I tell no lies, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you a liar on here, oh man, you papered up. I'm about to explain it to you so y'all get it. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't gonna take over 2025. I said, you know what can I do to give a contribution? Because the way I'm in the mode now, it's like, it's so many people living their lifetime YouTube personalities offline nowadays, and the things they engage in, the ways they do things or whatever. Like, instead of a nigga going live, right, he'd rather be with him and his troop over here and say, how can I disrupt this man's live? It's not because you did something to them. It's because they view you as competition and they want any potential money that you would make. This is how these podcasters play. And you don't have to believe me, but I'm telling you, this is how they play. I've been doing this for 5 years. Trust me, I know all the tricks. So the thing they count on is you guys don't know the tricks. You don't know how they maneuver. You don't know if they're presenting something to you by presenters. You don't pick it up when they're doing certain stuff when they're playing with your mind or whatever, whatever, whatever. I even know when somebody's responded to my video when they ain't responded to my video. But I remember this particular video over there, Anton LaVey Atwood's channel. And at that time, it was the dude, Fake Thor, Lilith the Witch, aka Bevelot, and then the other one, the Canadian Moose. So they was all on there, aka motherfucking Canadian Lizzo. So all three of them were on there, and it was on, and she was promoting the fact you should go get Lamisha. You should go interview her. We got to get her here on here. I know Lionel B. I'll get it hooked up. Da da da. Matter of fact, if you don't believe me, go back and just watch your own footage. That's the whole thing you got to do. She was promoting it. It was the same thing with the other two. It was the Canadian Moose. She was promoting all those girls. And each time the girls showed up on that platform, they got some money in their pocket. They was able to run off. I can look at two of them. When I looked at Ali Carter the first time, and now y'all really seeing it. I don't know why y'all ain't see it the first time. Like I keep trying to tell y'all, listen, man, you get a shorty. Let me put y'all on, fellas, if y'all on here, all right? If y'all get a girl and she taking, I'm gonna use this as an example. If she taking pictures like this, you understand what I'm saying? All her picture angles is from here. You understand what I'm saying? Every picture angle, every camera angle is from here. You understand what I'm saying? Well, she over here, she over here, she over here, she over here, she ever here. But she never mute, the camera never leaves this area. You understand what I'm saying? If anything, it'll be tatas for days. But it ain't never leaving that area. That's the first thing that gave her away. I said, oh, she a chess vlogger. And chess vlogger chicks, they have you fooled. That's why when you see the Canadian girl up there, she always got the camera from right here up. She big. You understand what I'm saying? Ask her to stand up. I don't know why none of y'all ask her to stand up. Ask her one day, say, hey, yo, can you stand up? We never seen your body. And you'll see what I'm talking about. She got some pictures on her IG. Them pictures damn near 10 years old, bro. Them pictures like 10 years old, bro. They got to be at the very least like 7, 6. Them pictures is old on her page. So anyway, shorty, she promoted them chicks. Them chicks went over there to Anton LaVey Atwood's page, got paid, and then found out later on they were liars. Same thing when I looked at the Ali Carter chick. I was like, hey, you know, wait, and I knew off the bat as soon as I seen her. Let me continue with that. There's no way in hell she was around us. We never had chicks like that around. And then when you saw this recent video where she was in the video with the older white lady, I forgot, you finally got to see a full frame of their bodies. And I said, yo, I called it. She's like 30 something now. Listen, usually your body hold up 20, 30, 40, 45, even 55, up to 55, pretty much in the same frame if you take care of yourself, right? That's if you take care of yourself. Now, if you go on a burger and donut rage, anything can happen. But if you take care of yourself between those 20s, 30s, 40s, and early 50s, I believe, and even possibly older than that, maybe, you can stay pretty much looking the same way if you take care of yourself. Shorty ain't taking care of herself, dog. She had the full fupa on display. You know what I'm saying? Like Ali Carter looked hurt, son. You know what I'm saying? Like I was really about to tell somebody, yo, you need to get like paid the full or something. Like you need to get your man's a pack. He looked hurt back there. You get your whole girl a pack or something. Like she looked horrible. I was like, and she looked like, how do you manage to look? I want to be respectful about this. I don't know how one manages to look worse than before. It was like we would have preferred if you kept the camera at chest length and then we saw everything from up. You get what I'm saying? She didn't do that. She had the audacity and her posture's off. She got like this fupa and she sit kind of like this. I was like, yo, this look like a scene from The Hills Have Eyes or something, Creature Commandos or something like that. Like they look, you understand what I'm saying? I said, where's y'all, the standby extras on Creature Commandos? Like this look weird. And so they give these Frankenstein people these chances to get up on their platform, say whatever they want to say or whatever, and they hide under the assumption that they're a truth teller, when in reality they're not. Nah, what these people love is, the majority of them, I ain't gonna say all of them, because some of these people got legitimate stories. I don't know, but I know the ones that's lying. I know that much. And I looked at Allie Carter the first time. I said that up, yo, listen. I'm gonna even say it. I don't even fuck with boy like that, boy. I'm gonna say it. There was an interview on official King Payne's page, and he interviewed, I guess, the mother or something, or the sister, I think it was, or whatever. And I ain't go, because she could be vindictive. But I know this one part was funny as I said, yo, no, that nigga did not just say that shit. I said, I know that nigga been over here listening to me. He said, yo, what happened to her lip? Now niggas be asking me about my bottom gap and all that shit, whatever, whatever. I'm in the process. I've been going to dentist for like the past 3 months. I ain't worried about that. That shit light work. But it's just the point of y'all ain't ever asked about that Allie Carter lip. Like, why ain't nobody? Y'all had this. Listen, y'all had this chick talking to y'all for like a couple of years, and nobody asked her like why she had that ass lip like that, and she used to talk like that, like her whole shit. How can let me see if I can do it? I don't know if I can do that shit. There you go. Her whole shit used to be like this. Hi, I'm Allie Carter, and blah 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 blah. I said, I ain't never seen with somebody's lip thin when it's coming in. Like, what the fuck happened to your lip? And I said, uh-oh. That's giving pure D Bobby Brown jaw get ready to happen. That's like Bobby Brown jaw active now. If you feel me. She had the Bobby Brown jaw. Shit, now I was weak when he said Shelly got all the skin hanging from her skull. Yo, he did say that shit. Yo, but that shit right there was funny as he said, yo, what happened to her lip? I was like, yo, finally somebody said it. Because I had said it in my live. And I said I made the mention, you have all these little southern towns and stuff like that across America, right? And some of them are up here in North too, don't get me wrong. And so you'll have people in these pockets in these little small towns, right? And check out what I'm saying. Let me give you a second, guys. I'm gonna share this. Then we gonna get into Wendy Williams in a minute too, because I got commandos, the hustlers, and everybody else is here on YouTube. Try to make sure other people don't get money. And I said I can't never think of a time that I remember where I saw like if you want to give something equivalent to that, it's like if you were on the block back in the days or whatever, right? And like niggas was like, yo, don't go mess with them. They got trash. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas trash. Like, come fuck with us. That's how I take it. I take it like that. I take it like you trying to be a bully on the block or whatever, but you only got 3 niggas in your crew that gonna bust off. You know what I'm saying? Like, so why would I be worried about you? We got hundreds. Hey, my point is, you know what I'm saying? That's the way they try to do it. So, like, a lot of these YouTubers try to act like they the muscle on the block from back in the days for the real ones, if you understand what I'm talking about. So, what they do is, I just watched Anton LaVey Apple. He trying to tighten his shit up and he trying his best to make himself look legitimate. Son, when you try that hard to make yourself look legitimate, you look more fake. You understand what I'm saying? You're not legit, bro. Until I hear a story that you did something to the equivalent of what I did or some of the other dudes I seen do, yo, go pipe that down. You was a protected inmate, nigga. I could smell you from a mile away. You know what I'm saying? You was giving some nigga cookies every week at your commissary. Here you go, Sean. Here go them soups I owed you. You say you need your drawers washed by 5. You look like that type of nigga. You might not be like that now, but you know what I'm saying? You look like that type of nigga. Niggas gonna tell you, but like, listen, the records will show who I was. You know what I'm saying? Their records. I ain't got a point on it. So, you know what I'm saying? It sounds like a lot of punk faking to me. I told y'all before, when I see people stand behind people and then act like them people is their peoples when really that ain't their peoples, is it something they trying to give this facade like it's a story of reality, but in reality it's not a story of reality. In reality it ain't happened like that. In reality, nigga, by the looks of it, you was in there motherfucker doing calisthenics and yoga and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen a nigga do yoga in the prison system. I ain't gonna hold you. But you know what I'm saying? That's what he was doing. And now he want to hide behind niggas and act like he tough. And I'm like, yo, this whole little quartet that they got over there, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like none of the other people that come in there, I'm not talking to any of them. I'm not talking about people that go over there and do interviews with them, whatever, whatever. Listen, I understand the game. I get it. I'm talking about the core of them. There was a man over there that called himself the producer of the whole thing that said a whole bunch of racist stuff on the Canadian Chicks channel. She got upset about it, but her inner tap dancer told her, let me go make up with them and tell them how I was wrong, even though he said something to me right. Master Thor, take me back up to Candyland real quick. Can you get Michelle Candy? Tell him come down here too. I want to talk to him about it. I'm very upset, but I think it might have been my fault, Master. It might have been my fault. Como ça va? You know what I'm saying? Like, the fucking kind of shit is that? She put out a war call. The girl that's on their show, because it's like 5 of them all together. You know what I'm saying? Tommy Smallville. Call her Smallville. Like the TV show Smallville. You ain't no Superman, though. Trust me, dog. You another nigga that was a prisoner out here now elected. Lock him up. That is the weirdest shit. I ain't never seen no shit like that. Any nigga that ever did some time, they definitely wouldn't be online talking about lock him up unless it's like a child molester or something like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? We talking about a videotape. You know, like his man the other day went on there and he was talking about Puff's charge. I said, you know, son, those are lawsuits. Those are not charges. You trying to collect, like that's what a lot of them do. They try to connect and collect and put together the civil lawsuits that he has and the charges that the feds have. They try to group them together, like one stands on the other. They don't. They don't. You know what I'm saying? So you can litigate a lawsuit and come out without any jail time. You understand what I'm saying? You can't mitigate, but too much without your reach, a federal case where it's an indictment. It's very different. So when he did that the first time, I knew he didn't know what he was talking about. I said, well, this is another motherfucker watching from the sideline. You know what I'm saying? Watching from the sideline. You a spectator. You wasn't a participator. You was a spectator. You wasn't a participator. You understand what I'm saying? And yo, Big Marcy, you feel me? That's what they trying to do to Big Marcy. That's what they trying to do to motherfucking Shocktown C. You know what I'm saying? All that. Trust me when I tell you that. That's what they try to do. So if you understand the dynamics of massa, if you understand the dynamics, you know what I'm saying? Now, I'm talking to my so-called brothers now, so listen to me. You understand what I'm saying? If you understand the dynamics of the past of strategists such as themselves that had the Willie Lynch letter and everything else, and they said, this is how we separate them niggas. We always make them think there's a reward. Well, the reward is, where he's got y'all in the fallacy of, is you appear on his show. But what he's not telling you, the real magic is y'all. Y'all don't even have, I've seen, listen, let me give you a perfect example. I've seen Jaguar Wright go and get 1 million views on somebody's black channel that's here in America, that's local. 1 million plus views. And she not only did it once, she not did it twice, she did it like 3 times, or at least 500,000, 200,000 views. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk. These dudes, if you go look at their views, there's really no benefit in streaming with them. I think the benefit comes from the guests they have on it. The guests are was fueling it, and evidently it's not the, it's, no offense, and not a racist tone, it's not the white guest. Nobody gives a shit about, we've got a shamanic witch and or so in it before, you know what I'm saying? Before they were saying, oh, nah, it ain't no, you know what I'm saying? There ain't no Satanist shit over here. That is some Satanist shit. You got a witch over there. And you had a couple of witches over there now. You wrote it in the title. What was I wrong? As soon as you said you was a pagan, I called you a witch. Because paganistic, not all paganistic terms, but that green Elmwood shit y'all into? Yeah, it is. That green shit y'all into? Yeah, it is. I done felt that bevel-eyed chick. Let me tell you what I think of her. She's a witch, but she's a weak witch. She's one of those witches that thinks she's a clairvoyant, but really she's not a clairvoyant. What she does is she adds up a set of probabilities, and she comes up with a quick conclusion and presents it to you as if it was a reading. This is what many witches did for many of times, and just right up the street here in Salem, Massachusetts, which you can go visit. It's open to the public, you can go visit. They used to burn witches at the stake for the same type of things that she was doing. In Ireland, they would have burnt you at the stake. In New Zealand, they would have had the same premises. In Australia, they would have had the same premises. Throughout Europe, they would have had the same premises. Off would have had to the guillotine, to the fires and the embers. There's a whole area of the black, what is it? The black I forgot what this was called. It's in Europe when they went all throughout Europe. The black something, the black, it might be the Black Ages. I don't want to say the Black Ages of the Byzantine Empire. Age of all was popping. But there was a whole period where they went throughout Europe, and I think it was under the church at the time. There was no such thing as separate church or state. So they went through there, and basically everybody they thought was a witch, anybody they thought was a zealot, anybody they thought was anything like that, they were doing terrible things. Some of these things I can't even mention to you, but special torture devices were invented for people like this. If this gives you any cue or whatever, and we're talking about at the end of this, we had thousands upon thousands of people at their demise because people believed, not that they confirmed, but believed they were witches. So he knows that. You understand what I'm saying? He knows that. I'm talking about Anton LaVey Atwood and the rest of them over there. They know that. I even think, I'm starting to think that the other one too, the Canadian, I think she in on it too. You know what I'm saying? Because I see who she talked to. I judge a lot about a woman by who she talked to. Most women, they talk to each other and stay around each other because they have similar interests. Like, for example, if a chick is a screwball, she gonna hang out with another chick that's a screwball. And it's easy for you to recognize that the other one's a screwball, but sometimes some dudes will be like, nah, that not her. Watch them dudes right there. Them niggas be like, not her. Yo, son, she gonna do you dirty. I saw how she did my man. No, not her. She wouldn't do me like that. Yeah, she gonna do you like that. The fuck you say? She gonna do you like that too. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. Come on, dog. You gotta do better than that. You gotta do better than that. Some nigga had a screen name Illuminati and then put like the weirdos gonna show up in a little bit, y'all. Trust me. The dudes on here, there's a lot of dudes on here and very like nutty girls. So if y'all see them in the chat room, just ignore them or point it out to me so I can block them if they say something to you. It'd be a lot of weird dudes. Like, what time is it right now? Yeah, it's 5 o'clock. Some of these dudes, they on their last hour PlayStation 5. They've been on since 8:30 this morning because that girl about to show up from work in a little bit. You understand? So right now they taking the first break they took from the PlayStation 5 today. Y'all think I'm lying? I'm telling y'all the truth. These niggas be on PlayStation 5 all day long while the girl at work, sitting up in her apartment, but got the nerve to type something in the chat room. That's the world you're dealing in. So anyway, back to the discussion. Every now and then, I think to myself when I see these people that are in these truth teller spaces, I say, okay, well, what legitimizes them? They wasn't in the music industry. What were you doing in the years that this stuff that's in question was going on? Where were you at? See, if I tell the story, I can say, well, I was right at this record company or that record company or around this or around that. You know what I'm saying? I know that for itself. You understand? But some of these motherfuckers, if you ask them, like Anton LaVey Atwood, you were in prison. You left the United States in what, 2005? 2005, you left the United States. How do you know what was going on over here? And if you pay attention, the only thing he does is regurgitate stuff that's already out there. He never has an exclusive that he presents to himself. He presents his audience himself. Aren't y'all paying attention? He never has an exclusive that he points, even in his documentaries, even in his other material. If you just pay attention to it, you'll be like, well, nigga, you grab this from that. You grab this from that. You grab, like they put it together like Frankenstein. You understand what I'm saying? You know how Dr. Frankenstein, he grabbed the ear from here, a brain from here, arm. They grab from cadavers. Well, that's the same thing they do in the information that they're grabbing from offline. Those are the cadavers. Mind you, they're grabbing from offline. The reason you're having to grab it from offline and the reason you're going to have to go and interview certain people is because you've never been involved in that lifestyle. So at that point, I started to say, okay, now there's a new market with the Anton LaVey Atwoods and all that crew that are now using the truth sayers to make their own set of money. That's the hustle. It took me a few minutes to figure it out. I said, why would he have so much stock in all these? You know, it's kind of like Steven and Django Unchained. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, what did this one say? Are you the shoe cleaner guy? I haven't cleaned any shoes in a very long time, sir. Can you have a good evening? Do it clap. I got a nigga named You know when I just told y'all this? Look, I'm gonna put this nigga in highlight. This nigga's name. Remember I told y'all it was a nigga with a PlayStation 5 controller in his hand? This nigga's name is Junior Mex Gaming. He been on here for 4 years and got 124 subscribers. But his name is Gaming at the end. I can't make it up. Y'all make sure y'all spread that around. That nigga probably sitting at home right now with a PlayStation 5 controller in his hand. I can't make it up. And his name was Junior Mex Gaming. Nickname, what's going on? Javon, what's poppin'? You know I always talk about that? I can't make that shit up, dog. It be niggas on here talking shit to me. You sitting at home right now with a PlayStation 5 controller in your hand, a phone in the other one which you typing with, and you trying to make it at least another 20, 25 minutes so you can play that PlayStation 5 for your girl get ready to roll up in her car to her apartment that you ain't on a lease. Ladies, any of y'all ladies want to argue with me? Hey, you ladies want to argue with me? Fellas, you want to step up, say anything else? We can embarrass you too. I'm good with the snaps, baby. You understand? This is New York City. Try say I'm good with the snaps. Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody? Because I will embarrass you. If you don't have more, listen, if you've been on here for 15 years, 13 years, 12 years, think about what you say before you say it. Because the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to your page and invalidate your ass quickly. By paying attention to a motherfucker. Oh, here go the first one. You look like somebody gonna punch someone for being gay. Why would you say some shit like that? That's corny. He been here 8 years and got 99 subscribers. What I just tell you? What I just tell you? You wasn't listening, were you? Man, I'm trying to tell you, man, you better learn how to listen, man. Don't do any traveling, man. They gonna fuck you up. You understand what I'm saying? Don't do no traveling. They gonna fuck you up. All right, let's get him up out of here for real. There you go. Nah, we good. Peace. Peace, we good. We good. Nigga said in the chat room, I look like somebody will punch somebody gay in the face for somebody in the face for being gay. Nigga, you definitely never been here before. That's some goofy shit to say. Why would you say something like that? Like I don't know. I don't. Nah, I look like somebody that will punch somebody goofy like you in the face, nigga. What about it? What you gonna do about it? Like that's who sent you, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real, I don't like people like that. That's people that try to get you in binds and try to set things up. Now the next thing he'll run around. Yo, he said he would punch gay people in the mouth. Like they carry themselves like children. That's the best way I could put it. The average urban person online carries herself like a child. The average white American online carries themselves like a child. Like children. It's like you reverted back to being a Todd. It's crazy out here. You see the shit these guys write in the chat room? Now they want them to donate a dime to you. That's why I get rid of them a fucker real quick. Yeah, I don't do all that. If they come to your page and all that, whatever, get rid of cats real quick. You ain't staying here for an hour. I ain't going back and forth with you. Nah, you out of here. You are no benefit to me. And I don't have people like that on my team, so you definitely ain't a benefit. I wish I would. Listen, nigga, that's all the ammo you got is to write a comment in my chat room. They already let me know you weak. You know what I'm saying? I already let me know you weak. You sweeter than a motherfucking sugar, boy. You understand what he said? Hey, I like to subscribe. How are you? How you doing, Jennifer? I'm nice. Jennifer, how come you ain't got no profile picture? Y'all niggas with no profile pictures be scaring me. For real, y'all be saying anything. They be like, you can't see me. I'm the Batman. And take off and shit. Like, for real. But I appreciate you. George Fent, what's up? Yeah, I hear you, bro. I hear you. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of both of them. You ain't coming here with that depressed energy. For real. That bitch said, I'm ugly. Didn't I say I didn't trust her? And then she wrote back, the next comment she wrote, she said, I'm ugly. I said, no, I'm good. I don't like that depressed energy. Keep that depressing energy away from you. Like, the motherfuckers, like, if you ever meet a woman, I'm going to go back into what I was talking about, but if you ever meet a woman, or ladies, if you meet a man, and this motherfucker's depressed all the time, they always look down, they, like, when they smile, it's like a fake smile, or whatever, get away from that person. It's not going to go up. Trust me, it's not going to go up. So, like, for me, When somebody come on my channel and I give you one chance and one chance on. I had this chick on here last night. She had been on here. Y'all remember her? What's her name? VS or something like that. Whatever. Somebody finally told me she was actually a snake. Somebody told me she was a snake. She from another channel. That's why when I looked at her channel, I saw she had 54,000. She's the first one that impressed me that said some shit in my chat. She had 54,000 followers. And I said, oh, you a vlogger. You know, I told you, I said, be a lot of people over here. That's why I have to watch what I say and how I say it. There'll be a lot of people be over here to be vloggers, and they come over here to try to get a story so they can roll it out on their channel and act like it's theirs. They be doing shit like that. They crazy. That KS chick, yeah. You know what I'm talking about, that KS chick. Somebody told me that's actually somebody else that's a vlogger, and that's one of her channels, because I looked it up. As soon as I got off last night, I was like, yeah, let me check and see who this broad is, whatever, and I found it. And I was like, yo, that's crazy. That's why I didn't even want to say her name like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's who I was talking about, Nene. So, you know, I was just like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Who sent you though? And so you got a lot of these little covert teams that be online nowadays that be going to people's lives. They listen to what they got to say. Usually they go to the lives of the real niggas, you know, the people who's actually involved, versus them sitting in the, you know, their uncle basement or their auntie's back room that she rented to them. Or some of these basement chicks. There's some chicks on here vlogging right now, bitch. I wish you would say something about me to them, put you out there. There's a particular vlogger right now, and chick, you live in the basement of your mama's house with your 2 kids. Huh? Huh? You live in the basement. I'm gonna say it one more time. You live, and that ain't no joke either. You live in the basement of your mama's house, and you've been in the basement of your mama's house for about 7 years now. That means before the pandemic started. There's another chick on here that's from the town, and it's the same situation with you. You live with your mama. Yet and still, these be the same chicks that get online. You broke. You messed up. You ain't this. You ain't that. You ain't this. You ain't that. I'm the shit. Meanwhile, you live with your mama. And your 2 kids in tow with your mama at your mama house. Your mama don't want y'all there. She was tired of seeing you anyway. Just when she thought she got rid of you, here you is popping up again, huh? What a spark of life you are. what a spark of life that one is, huh? On here talking the most shit. Motherfucker been in a mama's house for 7 years in my chat room talking shit. And most of the men, they ain't gonna bye-bye. They gonna be like, oh no, that's no big deal. You know, maybe she's just trying to give excuses for wayward bitches. Because they was raised by wayward chicks. You understand? You gotta understand that. Now back to the riffraff. Some of these so-called truth tellers, I'll give them whatever. You know, it is what it is. But a lot of these quote-unquote truth tellers is just a bunch of like liars, dog. A bunch of liars, a bunch of cons, a bunch of people in it for money, whatever the case may be. And then they'll tell you, don't donate to people like me. Don't financially support people like me. Why? You mean the dude that be at the Jonathan Majors trial? Don't support that guy. Support the guy that's sitting in his uncle's bedroom. You guess what I'm saying? That's crazy, right? Now, I'm not from Brooklyn, son. I just be around a lot of Brooklyn niggas. You know what I'm saying? Some hard-hitting Brooklyn niggas, too, in case you were wondering. All right. So, anyway, long story short, like I was saying, man, it's crazy, man. Shout out to all my Dominican niggas and Honduran niggas in Brooklyn. It's crazy because, like, this is the niggas that niggas is giving money to. So it goes to show you the scope of intelligence that the people that are consuming them and listening to them, where it teeters and where it ends. And most of them ain't got no motherfucking sense whatsoever. Like most of these people that are listening to these podcasts, you gotta remember, they make, like Sunders right here, he said, I guess you from Brooklyn. No, I'm not from Brooklyn. But they're gonna be people from the dirts of Brooklyn, people from the dirts of Queens, people from the dirts of CT, people from the dirts of Jersey, people from the dirts of Philly, people from the dirts of Boston, people from the dirts of Rhode Island, people from the dirts of Chicago, people from the dirts of Florida. You understand what I'm saying? And these people, they ain't never, ever went to high school or finished. Some of these people ain't never went to a secondary collegiate institution or whatever, and they all gathered together under one banner. All these motherfuckers is petards. Simple as that. They all petards. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to go sit with the petards, see how that's going to work out in real life. That's the difference. See, we can have all these conversations online and be like, yeah, the hizzle, the whissicle, whissicle, dissicle. And we believe Allie Carter. We don't believe Allie Carter. We believe Allie Carter. We don't believe Allie Carter. Let's give Allie Carter some money. That's what she needs to finish her endeavors. Allie, where are the kids? Where are the children, Allie? I can't tell you. They've got to remain hidden for their safety. We and my lesbian lover, we're on the run. From who? And before that, when she was running from Diddy, that's what y'all was running. Now y'all niggas want to run it back. And, oh, we ain't never fuck with that girl like that. I never believed her. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you did. You invited that bitch over there to y'all channel. Y'all sat down, had counsel about her. Y'all invited the other chick, the Lamisha chick, over to your channel. I don't give a fuck if you don't like if I use the bitch word or not. This is not a conservative channel, and all that fake woke shit is out the window. You motherfuckers walk in the daytime every day and hear a motherfucking curse in front of you. And don't say, now what do you do? Turn that off too? You just turn off light when you hear him fucking curse? Oh, man, I'm so glad Biden. How many days we got before Biden is gone? 3 more days. Monday he's gone. Is it Monday he's gone? Thank God. Y'all watch everything change. All this woke shit that was left, it's done. I'm so happy for it too. All this, yay, I got a VJ bullshit agenda shit. That shit is gone too. You understand what I'm saying? And I can't be. It's gonna get hard for you hoes out here in the next 4 years. All that shit y'all taught for the past 4 years, it's gonna get hard for a bitch out here. Ho ain't even gonna be able to get a pack of diapers for a son if she ain't need because of the shit y'all done put men through in the past 4 years. This year, Cat Williams got his predictions. I said my prediction. This year will be the year of reckoning for women who have been dirty, despicable, traitors, and everything else the past 4 years against their own men. Trust me when I tell you this. You're going to see a lot of women get exposed. A lot of things are not going to go the way y'all think they're going to go, particularly one thing. Man, the stuff I know, boy, I'm trying to tell you, I would even allude to it if niggas was hitting my cash app, but I don't need it. Y'all keep that. Y'all keep that. I want no money from them niggas that I got a banter to, a pander to with gossip. Any nigga you got a pander to with gossip, that's a bitch ass nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Any motherfucker that don't want you on their show unless you got some gossip to peddle, that's a bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? You might as well get some pink rollers and put a scarf over that nigga head. Put him down on the block somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what type of nigga that is. Yo, nigga, go to the store and get some groceries, Abuela. You know what I mean? That's a chump. Ain't no fucking grown ass man sitting around gossiping with other motherfuckers. That's the job of bitch niggas. Niggas have been raised by hoes. Real niggas don't sit online and gossip with niggas. Shout out to Beanie Siegel for motherfucking holding it down with a second session. You know what I'm saying? Over there at the Art of Disaster, as I like to call that channel. Because I don't care for that dude. I think that dude's worse than Vlad, in my personal opinion. And I don't mean we got to shoot it out or nothing. I just don't like you, sir. Straight up and down. I think you worse than Vlad. I think your channel considerably transmits as a snitch channel. You know what I'm saying? I think you've taken some of your P's and Q's from Vlad, packaged it up in a black package, and try to present it to the world as if you're the good grace and savior, and Vlad is the bad guy. When the questions I hear you ask on that Art of Disaster channel are way worse than I've ever heard Vlad ask, except for one occasion, which we know somebody got indicted. But that's what they headed to with you over there at your channel, too. In the next year or two, you're going to see a couple of niggas get indicted over because of that channel. Trust me when I tell you. Remember I told you that. Over there at that Art of Dialogue channel, in the next year or 6 months, you're going to see a couple people get indicted off that channel, which I said over there. So all rappers, all singers, before y'all go over there and sit with that nigga, please be clear of this. Him and probably several other people are being watched because of the material they put up there like that. That's all I can tell you. That's all I can tell you. You don't want to believe me? Okay, watch for yourself. I'll say it again, just so you didn't hear it in the back. That particular podcast, I can tell you for a fact. All right, I'll look you straight in your face. You are being watched. Okay, him and probably like, I'm gonna say probably like anywhere between 15 to 20 bloggers that you wouldn't think are being watched right now. You understand what I'm saying? A couple of them you would think they are, and you know they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I don't go over, like, no offense, no disrespect, I don't go to academics podcast no more. I ain't supposed to be motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, mingling with convicted fucking fellas anyway. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Now, I'm good with that. Shout out to you academics, no offense, you know what I'm saying? I respect some of the shit you do. But, yo, real talk, like, Nah, hell nah. He's being watched. You know what I'm saying? We all blood know he being watched. You know what I'm saying? And there's a couple other podcasters that are being watched. You're being watched by the feds. You're being watched by the government. I'm trying to tell you. I'm putting it down for you. You know what I'm saying? And that goes a lot of times too with even some of the smaller podcasters. You gotta watch what you say. And a lot of these podcasters, they're out here with these truth tellers saying what they want to say. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because, yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Now, you ain't getting no play over here. We're not even mentioning your name. You one of them motherfuckers trying to get a name for yourself. Now, we're not even mentioning your name over here, nigga. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I know how he knows. Listen, nigga, you can't sit on nobody's channel where y'all niggas is sitting over there snitching on people and making up lies on people and then talking about that's the bad guy. No, nigga, I just told you some legitimate information. You don't know if I got that information from a lawyer. You don't know if I got that information from, you know what I'm saying, somebody to know somebody to know somebody. You don't know where I got the information from. I'll make you feel this good. I ain't have to go into no closed room to find out that information. I ain't have to sit in no room that there was 5 lights hanging on me to get that information. You understand what I'm saying? I got that information from, let's just say, a reliable source. So I'm gonna say to you again, and I drop gems like this all the time, and niggas be like, oh, no, you don't know what he's talking about. I, you know what I'm saying? And then the shit that I say comes true. So I'm gonna tell you one more time. A lot of you podcasters are being watched. You know it, you don't know it. Nigga, you ain't even got a motherfucker. I'm a clown. I'm a clown because I gave you a motherfucking warning. Now that's see, y'all roll with niggas like that. That's a dude too. Y'all roll with niggas like that. That's a nigga that have y'all at y'all demise. These ain't leaders. These are soldiers and followers. You understand what I'm saying? The reason he wrote that in there, most niggas was like, okay, for example, right? If I told nigga, if I went around the block and I told nigga, I said, yo, son, I know y'all doing y'all thing over here. You understand what I'm saying? But listen, next week I heard it's gonna be a raid over here, son. Y'all niggas might not be in here. You know what I'm saying? Most niggas gonna take that and they gonna be like, oh, all right. You know what I'm saying? You tell the podcast. No, I am bountiful and I am big. I'm huge here on YouTube. I am the YouTube overlord and the Godfather and oh blah 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 blah. All the meanwhile, these niggas they ain't even got the foot to stand on to say this is my space. You know what I'm saying? Not even if they renting it, leasing it, or whatever. Because this is a free account. And that's a delusion in this whole spectrum of these social media apps and making money off of whatever. You gotta realize, my boy, this is a gift. This is a not a necessity. You're not guaranteed to it. This is a free account. A free account. You understand what I'm saying? It's a free account. And most of these people really think they running a TV show or they running a journalism school or something. Like these people are crazy, bro. Way of doing things, bro. The game ain't gonna change. You understand what I'm saying? Because of you. You know what I'm saying? Listen, if you talk about population control, they're getting rid of motherfuckers like you every day. You know what I'm saying? What you think gonna happen under the Trump administration? Is even gonna be more of y'all gone. You know what I'm saying? They talking about getting rid of Twitter on Sunday. They might give it a place of stay. Did y'all hear about that? Twitter might get a place of stay. I mean, not Twitter. TikTok might get a place of stay. You know what I'm saying? And hold on one second, y'all. TikTok might get a place to stay as being an app in the United States. They wanted them to fast forward and sell the company to an American conglomerate, aka once again an assertion. They wanted them to do that, and they didn't agree to the terms or haven't done it yet, or whatever the case may be. So I believe in his presidential capacity, Trump can actually halt a decision being made. He can't halt the process, but he can halt a decision being made and execution of that decision. And so I think that's what he's going to opt to do. He said he's kind of firm. He's kind of firm in his belief that he adores TikTok for what it is, and not to mention the millions and millions of people on it that make money off of TikTok. That is the biggest issue that nobody wants to talk about. There's a lot of people on TikTok that make money. You understand what I'm saying? And that's I don't do Q&As on here. Don't ask me for my thoughts on nothing. Sit back and listen to the fucking story, bitch, or donate. Other than that, matter of fact, I'm gonna get you up out of here. I don't like people like you. Yeah, this is not a T channel. I just said that. And your name is Cody's fanboy. You definitely up out of here. Any nigga that got something to say, talking about he a fanboy. Nah, you can get the fuck up out of here. We don't do fans over here. We don't do brown noses. We don't do tea. We don't do gossip. You understand what I'm saying? I don't do dirtbag motherfuckers that I don't know about. You know what I'm saying? We don't do none of that. We don't do none of that. This is a very regular channel. I regulate this channel on my own. You come up here with that goofy shit, I'm gonna talk about you. I'm gonna talk about you. So I'm gonna embarrass you. I'm gonna make, if you already had a low self-esteem, you're gonna have a lower one. I want you on your belly crawling. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You gotta do better than that one. 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 But that's what these guys, that's what they do. I like that right there. That's low vibration. I ain't even gonna pay attention to that anyway. Anyway, let's get back to ethics here. Yeah, you can't pay attention to people like that. Niggas is typing another man at 5 o'clock in the evening, and you ain't putting nothing substantial in the chat room. That means your whole life is a joke. That means every day that you wake up, you a joke. You don't think about nothing. You're not moving forward. You don't even think about the fact that possibly one day that chick that you living with, she can kick you up out of there. You ain't got a dime saved or nothing. Nigga, you go home tonight, you better not motherfucking argument when she get home from work. She been gone all day, working hard, slaving hard. You've been at it in front of the TV with motherfucking chips and dip and hot Fritos and shit. You know what I'm saying? Playing PlayStation 5. You got fucking Cheetos crust all over the controller. The goddamn controller's damn near orange now when it used to be white. You know what I'm saying? It's some type of niggas. You know what I'm saying? I don't talk to niggas, yo. I don't talk to niggas. I don't talk to niggas. I don't know who you are. I don't talk to niggas. I don't kick it with niggas. Only people I kick it with is the people that been up in here. So unless you donate and supporting the channel, you know what I'm saying? That's it. What's up? That's all. I don't be kicking it with people. You can't trust none of these people on YouTube. Trust me on that. Don't trust none of these people on YouTube unless they shown support to you financially or in a way that is not disgenuine. A lot of these people on YouTube, they'll come in there and be like, hey, how you doing? And blah, 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 blah. And hey, that's how that one chick that did yesterday. She had been here talking about, hey, how you doing? Whatever. I already didn't trust her because let me tell you something. I know women. You understand? And when a woman goes overly nice like that or whatever, it's usually because she's trying to set you up. That's the type of bitch that'll put a pill in your drink when you go to the bathroom. You understand what I'm saying? Like, pay attention. That be my little brother when I was playing on the Xbox. Yeah, you gotta watch these niggas, man. I don't trust none of these YouTube niggas. Plus, these niggas, they go to different channels. They'll tell the YouTube creator, whoever they most believe in. Sometimes they go between the both of them. They go between the person is beefing with and the other person. And there's no money out of it for you. The only money that comes out of it is for the personality or the podcaster. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm like, so we out here and we donating to niggas. Like, I had a real big problem with that because I was like, yo, niggas is signing up for memberships and a man's. There's two men that's on this show that I'm talking about. Both of them got kids. You understand what I'm saying? Newborn babies. So you using American black people's money to take care of your little children. And I found a problem with that. And you always presenting your baby on camera as if, like the other one, Fake Thor. Today, anytime there's a black man in the court on a video or a string with them, all of a sudden, little white baby comes out. And little white baby is propped up on the chest. And my baby's so cute. And, you know, and you use that to adorn to get fucking cash apps. I find that to be some sucker shit. I heard he said he was a sucker anyway. You know what I'm saying? And yes, I will tell you to your fucking face, you a sucker, nigga. You a sucker, Fake Thor. You know what I mean? That's like them hoes you sent to drop the folk. Hey, yo, man, I don't know what you talking about, bro. I don't know what you talking about. Why did your message get retracted? Yeah, so that's basically what's going on. If you can keep up with that, you can keep up with that. If you can't, you can't. I ain't gonna get on here and complain. I done talked about this for about an hour now. It just is what it is. You know, and I'll just say the latter part of this. If you are a guy and you're participating in this, how can I say it? If you're participating in this meddling, I can't stand when a nigga come in here and say shit like that. What makes niggas like y'all say shit like that in this generation? Snoop Dogg, is that you? Or you my dad? You know, y'all boys, listen, take this back to the rest of the troop of goofies you hang with. Y'all boys sound real pink flaggish with some of the shit y'all say. Does that make sense? Like the LBGTQ flag over there, I guess at least they got a rainbow, right? Y'all sound real Barbie, pink umbrella, pink t-shirtish. You never come into another man's chat, boy. And I know you didn't grow up with a daddy, so I'm here to school you. You never come up to another man talking about Snoop Dogg, is that you? Dad, is that you? Unc, is that you? Auntie, is that you? You motherfuckers sound like you got your fingernails painted. Now go take your punk ass in there and sit under the blow dry and go gossip with the rest of the bitches. This ain't the place for you, little hoe ass motherfucker. These women out here raising straight hoes. Him and his mama, two trifling ass bitches. Nigga's name is Mike in here asking niggas. There was another nigga in here last night talking about, yo, let's compare poops. And then anytime a nigga put LOL in his first sentence, you automatically out here, unless that shit was actually funny. You understand what I'm saying? That's the only time you get a pass. If your first, like Mike, you Mr. Carmel, you been here for a minute, so that's different. That wasn't your first sentence. I seen you write something earlier. But any other nigga that write LOL and I ain't seen you, you out of here. Like, you don't do no key. And that's what a lot of these men be doing on their podcast. Like, key, you damn, if you close your eyes, you'll think, and there's 3 women and one man is interviewing them. If you close your eyes and listen to them, you'll think it's 4 bitches. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. If you close your eyes, you'll think it's 4 bitches. See what I'm saying? Some motherfucker got mad. Oh my God, he said the bitch word. I be in public all day long and I hear all these kind of curse words. People are smoking cigarettes. This virus is still going around. There's STDs. But that offends me. You cannot say the word bitch on your podcast. You goofy asshole. Get the fuck up on out of here. I was laughing at the pink flag comment. My apologies, bro. I know what you was laughing at. That's why I said I seen you here already. So I know you Gucci. Now you Gucci. You know what I'm saying? You Gucci, you Gucci. Now I know y'all responded to that. You understand what I'm saying? I understand that. You know what I mean? I don't say hi to people. I don't know you. Niggas be thinking I'm like trying to get friendly, but I'm not one of them podcasters. Like the niggas will sit there, like if anything, if you donate to me or support my channel, support me in my endeavors, the more thing you want to hear from me is there was a time template where you had gentlemen like myself that were plain spoken men. I'm not here to entertain you. You're never going to see me tap dance. You see this guy right here, John Doe. Hi, why are you black? Kiki. Now, see, how long you been here? Hold on, let me see how long you been here. This is shit I go through every day. Anton LaVey Atwoods, he's been here for a year, no subscribers. You don't even get a response. But what you are going to get is something else. And what we'll do later is we'll go and match up and see how many other fake profiles you have. Because they all run off one email. I don't know if you realize that or not. Huh? Yeah, everyone you make after that is assisted to one email. So we just find out which one you are and we'll take care of you later. All right, take care, John. Good luck out there. Anyway, you see how people come in and say shit like that? You notice nobody black in this motherfucker said a thing. You notice nobody here Latino said a thing. Make sure to pay attention to this. I don't sit around brown nosing with niggas. I don't sit around brown nosing with crowds. I don't beg crowds for no cheese and nothing like that. I just be like, yo, fuck niggas. Like, and that's the way I be. And so I say that based off what's demonstrated to me. I don't get financially supported like these quote unquote truth tellers that we found now 3 of them before Puff's trial even started, the liars. And they were lying on Puff. We could throw in a 3 and a possible with the girl that was on NBC and got interviewed, and then niggas turned around and said, well, I don't like that NBC interview, but I like the NBC documentary that they did about Puff. You know what I'm saying? That's the mental space that most urban Americans are in, and many of white Americans. So I try to, stay clear of the fact that we all recognize it and see it. We all see it. You understand what I'm saying? It's just kind of sad, but what can you do? I wanted to talk about this a little bit with what's the name? And if you guys feel the need, the Cash App is on the screen. If not, that's cool, whatever. Somebody said they wanted to see me film some New York. I will not be filming anything on this channel or giving y'all access to the things that I go to for a very long time on this channel. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous that you can get niggas up and they literally lying. And they'll make more money than the nigga telling the truth. So it goes to show me that the urban crowd is more invested in lies than they are in actually somebody being honest. And that would mean that they mostly consist of people that are deceptive, people that, like people, how can I say it? People associate certain behaviors with their own behaviors, and that's what they usually get drawn into. So if you get a nigga that's always circled around liars, that's because he a liar. You understand what I'm saying? Not necessarily, but most of the time. You know what I mean? So if that makes any sense. Now, speaking of gossipers, let's circumnavigate to Wendy Williams because I'm pretty sure that's why a lot of y'all here. I just had to get that off my chest real quick. It don't matter other than that. I'm going to be one of those vlog. As long as I vlog, I will never, trust me when I tell you this, I will never be fully embraced by the Black American community. And I really don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, who are they to be embraced of at this point? You know what I mean? Really, you see the demonstrations of them. Niggas will take. You got a Canadian Haitian woman that will take a man saying something racist to her on her own program, and then complain about it on her channel, and then just 3 hours later go kicking and have a powwow with the motherfuckers that are part of the show, that the band that produces the show. And you know what I'm saying? And then be thinking like, oh, I know you guys are different. No, they're not different. They're exactly the same. This man was protected by white nationalists in prison. You slow motherfuckers. Anyway, long story short, you know, and no disrespect to them. That's gang gang, but it's the truth. This nigga was protected. This nigga was protected. You know what I'm saying? Now, y'all know when I told y'all about them key motherfuckers that are sissies, really? We got one right here. This nigga said, are your ancestors from Indonesia? Why are you wearing a hat? Why are you wearing their hat? Their hat. This nigga said, why am I wearing their hat? That means you're a racist. And honestly and truthfully, I can't take somebody from the Middle East saying something racist and serious. I really can't. That's like a drastic, like when I hear brown people try to talk in the spectrum of being racist, it's almost funny because these will be the same brown people that's sitting at the border. This will be the same brown people that's sitting in the office at INS right now. This will be the same brown people that be having food stamps sending them at the store with 4 or 5 kids and so. Is that fair? And I don't understand that language, and I don't want to understand it. All right, so let's get you up on out of here. He came in with 2 separate profiles. You say I blocked both of his profiles, though, but he came in with 2 separate profiles. I told you. That one email hook up to all them little dummy profiles. So whatever your real email is, I'll find it out. We'll tag it to you or whatever. So keep up. I want y'all to keep on throwing stuff in there, man. Keep on writing in the chat room, man. I appreciate it. Anyway, let's get up to the Wendy Williams. Wendy, help is on its way. That's all I can tell you. Help is on its way. You understand? But take your ass to Florida. Go to Florida and stay there. And don't have any more conveyorships or whatever anymore moving towards the future. She has been a conservatorship since 2023. I think that's what they say, 22, 23. That's been for well over 2 years. I said it yesterday and I say it again. What they're trying to do to Wendy Williams, you guys are not familiar with it, but I'm kind of familiar with it. What they're trying to do to Wendy Williams is they're trying to, how can I say it? They're trying to stall out. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning like when you get that conveyorship or whatever that fucking shit is, I can't, conservatorship. When you get that going on, it's kind of like the Britney Spears thing, which I know many of y'all are familiar with that. But it goes deeper than that. You know, she doesn't have access to her money. She's rationed out money. She says $15. It may be a little bit higher, a little bit lower than that. She's relegated to almost no visitors. You see there's an example definitely of her needing to exercise her right to interact with regular human beings. This is a woman that was on stage for years. You know what I'm saying? I remember Wendy Williams when I was first coming in the game. You know what I'm saying? Her, Miss Joyce, those were the names. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Angie Martinez. You know what I'm saying? But those were the people that was the highlights of the game. You know. So I say this: Wendy, help is on the way. That's all you need to know with that one. Help is on the way, and I ain't hear that on somebody's podcast. And now I got that from the word of the mouth. Help is on the way. Get about 2 weeks. You'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get you. You should have some help with going to see your father now too. So, you know, check back in with that. And to the chick that's her the chick that's in charge of her or whatever, I'd be careful if I were you. You might have some issues. And I ain't talking about no physical issues like somebody gonna beat you up or something like that. You might have some legal issues. You might have some heavily deafening legal issues here very soon. You're gonna have definitely at the very least a disposition that you're gonna have to fill out, and you're gonna have to itemize a lot of things. And we know you are getting paid. If you're not getting paid directly by Wendy, then you are getting paid by the conservatorship. One way or another, you're getting paid. You don't do that for free. So you're getting paid. You understand what I'm saying? And so the problem is, bitch, quit interrupting my shit. Don't kill my vibe, bitch. I don't know you. Um, the problem is that we got Wendy sitting up here held for hostage, and quote unquote, they say it's a wellness place. It's really a convalescent home. It's shocking to hear what's going on with her. She spoke her truth. Yeah, she did. And some of that I gotta say, Wendy saying will allude to kind of like I heard both. I've heard both conversations. I mean, I heard at the latter part when nobody's pointing out is when she started crying. And the crying was definitely orchestrated. Like she turned that shit off, turned it off, or whatever, whatever. Don't get me wrong. Wendy's still a bitch from New Jersey. You see what I'm saying? Wendy is still a broad from New Jersey. So she knew what she was doing, but that doesn't navigate from the fact that something wrong is going on there. You understand what I'm saying? And so, whether we got to get up in front of the building, you know what I'm saying? And thank you for that, you know what I mean, for the addict. You know what I mean? Whether we got to get up and, you know what I'm saying, get up over there and see what's going on for real, you know what I'm saying? Do a little, people don't like attention like that. You know what I'm saying? And they seem to you know, switch their ways when things like that happen. Don't worry, Wendy. Help is coming. Help is coming. But one thing I gotta say to you, don't you get back on these airways being that same mean bitch that you were. All right? That's the only thing. Don't you get back here on the airwaves being that same mean bitch that you were. Because that's what led you up to where you're at right now. You do know that, right? You talk so much shit about so many people and you don't never talk about this. Those people had so many lawsuits put up against them over there, Fox or whatever, on behalf of you. It was ridiculous. See, she don't talk about that shit. Ask her about that shit. You understand? Which is entail why they probably wanted to sit her down, which is entail why they probably didn't want her to get any phone calls, because they didn't want her to get online. So if somebody called her and she was trying to attempt to do a podcast, I'm just saying from my perspective, when she was trying to do a podcast, if somebody's ready to call her, that means that, hey, I got the scoop on this, or hey, I got the scoop on that, or hey, I got the scoop on this. She was still in the source. Come on, bitch. Yes, she was. You've been in the game for 40 years. Shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? You talking to a nigga here in the tri-state right here with you. You can run that shit with them. You can't run that shit with me. Now, be as that it may, we still love Wendy. Now, don't we? I played some audio last night of her and Puff, and they had a conversation or whatever, and this conversation was never aired. And you heard that conversation. You heard they was talking very tranquil. They were very agreeing on everything and whatever, whatever. Stop pressing on the Puff thing to try to bring you out of the wood. You understand what I'm saying? The best thing you need to do right now is talk about yourself. And you, if you are able to get back on the airwaves and get like onto this, how can I say it? This game that we play here on the internet, I think you will be a big success. I don't think you're going to be a success if you come out and it's because the first thing they're going to say is, "Oh, Nutty Wendy, there she is, Nutty Wendy Williams, there she is talking about Puff." That's the first thing they're going to say about you. I ain't even going to hold you. That's the first thing they're going to say about you. So if I were you, I wouldn't play the Puff angle, and you never know who might be helping you. We don't do no my nigga what's up over here. We don't do that over here. You see how they come in here with this racist shit? That's some people from Anton LaVey Atwood's page. Trust me, there's a whole bunch of them racist, man. I've tried it and tested it. He's got a company of people over there that are cool people. Don't get me wrong. He's got a company of people over there that's minority people. But he also has a company of people over there that are racist as shit. And I know it for a fact. So we just gonna leave it at that. Now, how you ask me how I know it is a fact? Because I've had interaction with the motherfuckers before. There was 2 of these motherfuckers that came over here last week, and they were surprised. I came to their page afterward and left a comment there. I said, "Yo, you know a dude named Sean Atwood?" And he said, "Nah, I don't know." So only thing he didn't realize, all that I gotta do is go in the YouTube studio. Soon as I look and see who they follow, automatically know. And where it was, I said, "Yeah, you from there." Yeah. You got this guy's name. I'm gonna call him Anti LaVey Atwood. You know what I'm saying? He's gotten his shit off lately by interviewing Black Americans and stuff like that. They're involved in the music industry and shit like that. And in my opinion, exploiting those folks. But that's just my opinion. And subsequent to that, not only does he kind of like I don't know, do that. But it's like it's the problem with me is it's not the problem with him interviewing black people or people that were in the hip hop industry. It's the history now that he has and he doesn't want to admit of a lot of these motherfuckers that were telling Porgy Pies and shit being on his show. See, the Lamisha bitch was over there on his show. Motherfuckers was over there donating to that bitch. He set it up. He ain't answers for that yet. You know what I'm saying? But yet and still you want to prompt your little Canadian moose to go after Lionel B. I don't find that fair, nigga. You just as guilty as Lionel B. You brought the bitch on the show because Lionel B had her on the show. You mad because since now we found that she's not legitimate, now all things fall out on Lionel B. No, that fall out on your decision making. You understand what I'm saying? Like we go into a shootout, you bring a knife, and then like we get into the shootout, you pull out a knife, right? That's on you. You see what I'm saying? So like my point is you get these people they want to walk it back, so now he want to join in the prosecution of Lamisha. I said, nah, nigga, we need to be prosecuting you too, because you brought that broad up on your channel too, and you brought up on your channel on behest of the Canadian chick, and you brought up on your channel via Lionel B. He segregated that whole thing, segued that whole thing for you. You didn't even know who she was. And you don't know most of these people that's in the hip hop game. So you can't verify them nor agree with them really. You really should just shut the fuck up, to be honest with you, and stop while you ahead. But you know, what do I know? But you know what I'm saying? We'll find out. I mean, you got it, right? That's my favorite saying. You got it, right? You know what I'm saying? 2 million, 3 million on a payout. You got it, right? You know what I'm saying? Storm Monroe, you got it, right? He wanna pull a Tasha K. A lot of y'all niggas, like I said, are being watched. And a lot of y'all not just being watched by the cops or specifically by the cops, anything like that, or any type of legal agency. No, you're being watched by something very different. And you're going to find out sooner or later. So I commend you. Keep talking about what you're talking. I see a few of y'all now saying, allegedly, that shit don't work no more. That shit don't work no more. Go ask your lawyers. They're going to tell you the same thing. That shit don't work no more. He's going to have you shaking your ass in the pool cooling off. He's going to do that like Meek Mill. You're a boy in here talking about that? You're a boy in here. This is a boy by the name of Aaron Jones. The first thing he thinks about is a big fat D in his mouth. This is what he's wrote. Now, this boy during the day, he's the same thing. He's a PlayStation 5 champion, a veteran. We want to pay special respect to Aaron Jones because he said the first thing that came to his mind, he's going to do you like he did Meek Mill. He's going to have you shaking your ass in the pool cooling off. This is what this boy thinks about on a day-to-day basis. So, Aaron, how long have you actually been taking a big whopper in the mouth? Year, 2 years, 3 years? How many? Come tell us. You got so much to say. How long you been liking these boys? You been on here for 9 years? Or you ain't no young nigga. You an old nigga. Yeah, old peanut nigga. This nigga got the last do-rag on in this picture. You got the last do-rag on. They don't even make, anybody wear do-rags anymore? Ask my mama. My mama will beat your ass. My mother will beat the shit out of you. My sisters will too, and I damn sure ain't gonna let you get away. So what you gonna do? You tough? You tough, homie? You tough or a lot, huh? You tough or a lot, boy? You sweet as sugar. First day you went to, ask your mama, girl. You old rainbow captain ass motherfucker. First thing you thinking about is niggas dancing naked in the pool, you sissy motherfucker. Huh? You think I'm scared of you? Go get your big brother, tell him come holler at me so I can tell you all here thinking about schlongs in your mouth. Go get your big brother, tell him you think about schlongs in your mouth. Right now, comments talking about schlongs. Look, he wrote another schlong one. Yeah, Diddy gave him that bad boy special. This boy like D. You hear him? You hear him? That boy like D. How long you been in the boys, Aaron? You just wrote, listen, you could have stopped right there. You started writing more. How long you live with your girl, nigga? Do you got a key to that apartment? How long you to live with your girl? Watch this, watch this, watch this. How long you to live with your girl? Answer that question. Since you got so much to say. I ain't even gonna block you. What's up, Kareem Smith? Hold on 1 second, Kareem. I'm just going off on this numbnut right here. Aaron Jones, how long you done lived with your girl? That nigga quiet as a church mouse, y'all. That nigga quiet as a church mouse. Nigga, he said something else. Bro, you ain't bothering me. You embarrassing yourself. How long have you lived with your girl? Because I know you ain't got your own apartment. My nigga, you got a do-rag on in 2025. I see your profile picture. So I'm asking again, how long you been living off your girlfriend in that small little rural town? And why you over here talking about so much moist shit? This nigga looking in my mouth, talking about, Diddy gave him that gap in his tooth. You out here looking at a nigga's mouth. Then he wrote after that, Diddy gonna give him that bad boy special. Pay attention to what this grown-ass man is writing. Then he said, ask your mama. Ooh, girl, you better stop, girl. Read what else he wrote. He going to have you shaking your ass in the pool with cooling off. This is what this nigga is writing as his first comments. This is a sweet nigga that lived with his girlfriend. This is a sweet nigga that lived with his girlfriend. Nigga, how long? You see, he still ain't answered that question, right? I said, how long you been living with your girl? The nigga logged off instead of answering the question. Now y'all see it? Now y'all see it? And these are niggas that be in these little circles. You know what I'm saying? This nigga then said, pull my thong out my ass. That's what he said, pull my thong out my ass. Dog, you done wrote 5 motherfucking questionable comments in this bitch. It go another one talking about all up. This a man too. These are men in here talking about all up and everything else, which y'all really got to pay attention to, ladies. Trust me, I get it. You understand what I'm saying? Because you notice all of them were black and Spanish, right? Those ain't real men. I get it. Ain't no real man gonna come into another man's chat room talking about homosexual innuendos and he don't even know that man. And that man didn't even say nothing to you. Somebody sent you over here, boy. So not only you a tap dancer, you understand what I'm saying? You hate your own. That's the type of niggas you put up on an island, you set it on fire. And just pull off in the boat. You understand? That's all you do. You make sure can't none of them, if any survivors, they can't even reprocreate. That's what you do to get rid of riffraff like that. That's somebody that's out of their fucking mind. This nigga came over here and it's still, first of all, nigga, I wasn't even talking about Puff. So why you over here talking about Diddy? Like, so anything Puff come up with Puff, you writing like homosexual innuendos. Yeah, exactly. Buck breaking. I agree with that one on that FBA shit. I give you that one. You know what I'm saying? That was valid. Buck breaking like a motherfucker. This nigga set up here, he wrote one more. He said, G-string ass nigga, yeah, you tough. This is the nigga that everybody smack on the block. He came back with a fake profile. He came back with a second profile. That's the dude that gets smacked on the block every day and be in people's chat rooms talking about it. Geek, 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 he. Y'all women and raised some of the most sweet ass, as cake icing ass motherfucking sons I've ever seen in any generation whatsoever. Ain't nothing mad. If you are black or Spanish, 9 times out of 10, your son is soft as fuck. Soft as fuck. And don't even realize how soft he is. I see the girls sit there and tell these niggas how soft they are. I ain't never had a girl in my life tell me I was soft, moist, cupcake, cake icing, none of that shit. Ever. A chick will say what she wants to in an argument, but I'm talking about straight up and down? Nah. These chicks is online having conversations talking about these men out here act worse than the women. And I said, well, what the fuck would prompt the chick to say some shit like that? Then you see these comments that come up sometimes. You like, oh, okay, I get it. Did y'all see that video of the dude? I'll give you a perfect example. Did y'all see that video during Christmas of the dude? And I guess the girl had bought him something for Christmas or whatever. And this nigga had a temper tantrum on Christmas Day, threw her gift, stomped on it, and then proceeded to destroy all her kids' gifts. Kids that wasn't even his. He destroyed their toys on Christmas Day because he didn't get what he wanted on Christmas Day. That is the average attitude of most black and Latin dudes nowadays. These niggas is soft as fuck. So, ladies, I understand when y'all have these soft ass motherfuckers around y'all based off the shit that these soft ass niggas be writing in my motherfucking thing. Like, nigga, first of all, don't no man come to another man's page and say shit like that. That's number one. You understand what I'm saying? Don't no man come to another man's page and be like, hey, girl, take your hat off, girl. I want to see your hair, girl. What kind of like muffin shit you on? You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, baby is shit. That's what I'm trying to tell you. A lot of these niggas, they be like, you're talking about 35, 40-year-old men, right? That had them, and women that had the mentality of 14 and 15 and 16-year-olds. And if you just listen to them talk, it'll be real easy to deter it. Like, I know I still sound young because I'm still young, but my point is, these are people, it's not about articulation, it's the things that they say and they delve into. I don't go delving into small time shit like that. But what you'll notice is when you're talking to a lot of these urban people online, it's like, they think they're having a conversation with somebody they know in front of the liquor store in their local hometown. They think they're having a conversation with somebody that live next door to them or live on the top floor above them. They've been there for the past 10, 15 years, just upon meeting you. They think because they think you in the front terrace of the local housing projects and we see each other every morning. Motherfucker, I don't know you. And if you carry yourself around with just popping on people because they look exactly like you and your mama taught you, because that had to be a single mom. It's only single women do shit like that. You got to realize that woman's got a vajay, you don't. That's why I try to tell you that the mind of most black and Latin young men nowadays are synonymous with women. They grew up around women. I'll give you a perfect example. You ever seen Tarzan? Tarzan grew up around the chimps, the bears, and the monkeys and shit, and he was able to communicate with them after that. That's just how these boys are that have been grown up for the past 10 or 15 years. 70% of them in Black American culture. I think it's something like 49% in Latin American culture, between 49 and 50, 61% in Latin American culture. And in Latin America, it's even worse. It's 63% of single moms raising these boys. That's why you see a lot of crime down there too. They don't ever put that into conversation, but it's the truth. Go look it up for yourself and you'll see 61% of the women that give birth in Latin America, multiple countries, have to single moms. The single mom epidemic shit is out of control. Can't no woman teach a man how to be a man. You understand what I'm saying? She can't do it. So these motherfuckers, exactly, no emotional control. We all lose it every now and then, you know what I'm saying? But what you get the real soft ones is this one. They'll be like, ha ha. If you ever hear a nigga say some shit like this, ha ha, he's triggered. That's some shit a bitch would say. Don't no man go out here trying to antagonize another man. You know why? Because men kill each other. You understand? Like, if I'm over 40, like some of y'all little young niggas gotta understand this. Niggas out here over 40, 45, 50, 55 years old, these niggas is not arguing with you. You understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to get you up out of here, dog. You feel what I'm saying? Did you get what I'm saying here? I'm trying to get you up out of here at these stages in my life. I don't have no time to be arguing with you, fighting with you, none of that shit. Nah, I'm just going to pull lucky and let the strings fall where they may. Now, y'all done seen me on camera give quite examples of preachers of this church and congregation. Would you not say so? Would you not say so? You know? So I ain't got to do all that. My point is, however I got to get you the fuck up out of here, tase, night, whatever, I'm going to get you up out of here because you're not going to do me dirty. Because you feel a certain way about yourself or your mama, she didn't give you enough hugs. This is where you get these mass shooters. These mass shooters come from motherfuckers that were feminine when they were young. Have you ever looked at the face of half of these guys that do the mass shootings and shit like that? Have you ever looked at their face? The first thing you'll figure out is, why this motherfucker looks so sweet? Look at that dude, Luigi, what's his name? I was there on site with the day that it happened. Y'all remember? On this page. Luigi or whatever his name is. He's the one that killed the United Healthcare worker guy, right? I covered that story on this page in real time. It's on here. Just put it in there and you'll see it. When he did that, when you saw the first pictures of him, that motherfucker looked sweet as fuck. He was in some of the pictures they had him on surveillance smiling. The one in the hostel, he was smiling. You get what I'm saying? He did not look like your average killer. When they arrested him and they did the perp walk with him, thank God for the, like I said, sometimes it's just good goddamn police work. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes it's just good goddamn police work. This is Crackhead Stories, the story about Luigi, the dude that killed the United Healthcare worker, and the fact that I was there filming it live with the rest of motherfucking what's the name? Y'all niggas is pathetic. Some other nigga wrote in here, he's Diddy. So this, you hear that stuff that they're writing right there? Those people right there from other channels. They're from multiple black and white channels. That's what they do. So we got some from like about 3 or 4 different channels. Their whole thing is they have to come over here, disrupt me. They make sure that nobody donates to me. They go in and say whatever. He's a Diddy supporter, all this. Y'all say what y'all want to say. Point is, y'all ain't none of y'all motherfuckers got better material, or your leader got better material on their page than me. Peace. That's what's really got you held up. You understand what I'm saying? Thank you very much, Mr. Michael Kill. You understand it. You gotta understand. Niggas that don't want you to tell that story. Niggas that don't want you to tell that story. There's a reason. There's some real agents here on this YouTube front that y'all are missing. Why did you come in at that time when I was talking? You've been here for a long time, because I saw him comment earlier. Then all of a sudden he wanna interrupt the conversation. Why? Let's get back to these motherfucking single babies, because they are a problem. 61% of Latin America as well has single mothers. And anywhere that you look, especially in these democratic cities and these liberal cities, I hate to say it, but when you see them, you'll see that they're in catastrophe, either from the mayors and their thinking and ideologies, this woke bullshit that these motherfucking kids under 25 adorn to and praised by. These niggas live by that shit. You understand what I'm saying? Isn't everybody beautiful? You know, it doesn't matter if you're fat, you're small, you're tall, you got a water on your nose, your chin has hair on it, and you're a girl. You're beautiful. You know, it doesn't matter if you're tall, you're fat, it doesn't matter what you do. If you just want to, do something catastrophic, you can do it. Do what you want to do. AKA Aleister Crowley, do what thou wilt. That's the motherfucking times y'all living in, bro. That's how these little niggas think. Do what thou wilt. Don't you understand? Aleister Crowley predicted it. Do what thou wilt. And that's what they do. They do what thou wilt. They come from unconditioned, bitter, angry mothers, a lot of them. I don't want to exempt the good single mothers. I don't want to exempt the good single mothers. I don't want to exempt the good single mothers who had brothers, who had a grandfather, had a father, had sisters that had boys that had fathers. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about that little motherfucker named Nakeem or some shit like that. Prince oh yay, you know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. You know, little niggas always dress fly. He about 15, 20 years old, you know what I'm saying? That motherfucker. The Paquisha helped raise. You understand what I'm saying? With help from Auntie, her cousins, and everybody else in the house. Or that little motherfucker that Maria raised. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. We don't never talk about Maria's son. Maria's son is in the prisons too. You too, Maria. So, I don't leave nobody out. And that go for you too, Betty. Huh? There's been a definite show of numbers that show that there are more white men in prison than there are black men nowadays, and Latin men. So what we talking about? You don't believe me? Go to the DOJ website right now if you're a white man and come back and tell me what you find. Go to DOJ website, Department of Justice website right now, and tell me about the numbers you find for incarcerated white men in this country versus incarcerated black men and incarcerated Latin men. You will automatically see it. Do it for the year 2024, 2023, and 2022. Y'all motherfuckers were going to jail even during the goddamn pandemic. That's why they put out shit like that. And they'll say, oh, it's the usual suspects. They're using that because they're trying to gene attention off themselves and the crimes that they do. That's what motherfuckers, the conniving motherfuckers like that do. Not all white people are like that. Not all cops are like that. Not all judges are like that. But y'all best believe there are some motherfuckers that exist like that. The same counter way there are some blacks and Latins that will see to your demise because you embarrass them. They'll do it in the court system. They'll do it in this general purpose or whatever the case may be. Learn the distinction. Just because a motherfucker look like you, talk like you, don't mean they got your best interest. And just because a motherfucker don't look like you, don't mean they got your worst interest at heart. You know how many times I've had shit happen between the cops and the motherfuckers been cool as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers could have did way more than they did. You understand what I'm saying? Basically, like, nah, don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like doing all this shit anyway. Nigga, you have a good night, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Take a shift for me. You know what I'm saying? I get up around about 3 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I got a wild shift to go. You know, and when I'm down at the courthouse and I was filming, all those guys down at that goddamn courthouse know me, including the chief. You understand what I'm saying? I had the chief on camera with me for. You know what I'm saying? I literally had the chief of police. Who remember that doing the Jonathan Major trial? I literally had the chief of all the cops on there with me. I'm in a circle of at least 40 to 50 to 60 cops at one time. You understand what I'm saying? I speak to every one of them. I respect them and everything like that or whatever. This is one of the problems I have. Lately, there had been a couple people coming down there, and they weren't journalists. They came down there to do the shuffle. You know what I mean by the shuffle. Oh Lordy, 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 let me tap dance in front of his wife, folks. Show him I'm a real nigga. Show him I'm a real nigga. Them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? That's what you need to start visualizing when you see people act like this. Oh, let me show him I'm a real nigga. Real nigga. Real nigga. You know what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers. So when they, I'm a real nigga. Them motherfuckers, they come down there and say the cops say, yo, can you lower it down? Can you do this? Yo, I know my motherfucking rights. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas is harassing me. And blah, 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 blah. I showed y'all on camera a motherfucker getting arrested just for some shit like that at the Trump trial. I sat there and watched this motherfucker. Literally, nobody did nothing to him. And the cops, the black ones and the white ones, he chose to go off on the black cop just because the black cop was there. Like, listen, all his direction, this is another thing they do. All his direction, he acted like the black cop had an obligation to give up his motherfucking lifestyle, give up his career, every fucking thing else, right? To adhere to this motherfucking otherwise crazy motherfucker that had a political difference with Trump. And say to this man, oh, you an agent from the government. You supposed to be with us, brother, and all that shit. You know all that shit they be talking. And the brother this, and the brother that, and the brother this. You notice I've been here for 2 hours, and a motherfucker gave me $20. You understand what I'm saying? Feel what I'm saying? So that's my point. Skip all that brother shit. Get the fuck out of here with that brother shit. You ain't my brother. My brother lives by definition. And jumping in front of the fucking cop's face is when a lot of these motherfuckers will put you down to the ground. It's a wrong thing to do. So that's why I say act like you got some fucking decorum when you walking around and you beating the block. Some of these cops will lay you the fuck down, G, just for flinching the wrong way. They ain't been trained right. Some of them are overly stressed. Some of them got an old duck face bitch at home that been getting on their nerves for 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Some of them the mortgages due. Some of them ain't making a lot of money or whatever. And they just looking for a motherfucker like Raheem or Raheem and motherfucking Mario to put down for the evening. Get a little stress off of. Y'all seen that shit before. I know my motherfucker. The chicks do it too. I know my motherfucker right. Blah, 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 blah. If you right, that's different. You know what I'm saying? But it's another thing if you just making up shit on the fly. Like, nigga, what you got to do is walk the fuck away. That's it. They told this nigga to walk away. I watched it with my own 2 eyes. They told this black man to walk away 6 times. 6 times. He even started walking away, and he turned around and stopped again and started barking on the same black cop again. He had all the smoke for the black cop, but didn't say nothing to the white cops, including the one white cop that had his hand on his hip the whole time. Had a hand on the hip the whole time, like, listen, it could go down. You know what I'm saying? It could go down right here. You know what I'm saying? And all these cameras gonna catch it. You getting lighted. You understand? This come from women raising boys. That's what y'all not figuring out. See, what a woman do when she in the house and she mad at you? I can't believe this shit. Y'all motherfuckers, this house ain't clean. Blah, 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 blah. So you do that by 18 years. Now how that boy react? I don't understand what's going on. Blah, 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 blah. Ladies, sometimes when you talking to these men, that they black and they Latin, when they say certain shit, just close your eyes. And if you envision one of your girlfriends talking in the same octave and saying basically the same shit this nigga is saying, it's time you might want to try to find a new motherfucking boyfriend. That's all I'm gonna say. The police without proper training and funding had the worst police, but not all the police. You want to really go deep? You want to go that deep, King Bo? Let me tell you what the real problem is. Them bitches back when they had that show, was it defund the police or whatever, you had all these black women, including that one senator that was at the front row of it, and they later on ended up indicting this crooked bitch. But you had a whole bunch of fake ass, and I'm gonna say it, fake ass constituencies all across this beautiful country of ours, dibbling their hands because they saw the money that was gonna come out of it. Just like that Black Lives Matter shit. See, any of these fucking groups, I'm just old enough. I'm in my 40s, so I'm just old enough to remember these groups and remember back to back to back. It's a beautiful time to be alive because I remember all these different groups. I remember Heaven's Gate. I remember later on in life, I found out about Jonestown. That was the one, but same thing. This motherfucker, Reverend Jim Jones, he made everybody sell their house in California. If you're from California, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. He made everybody in that house sell their house, and I think it was in a suburb part of LA too. I think it was. It might have been right outside of Altadena if I'm thinking about it. But he made these people sell their homes, moved to Jonestown, Africa, which is I think it was Uganda or Ghana, and they set up this like homestead over there. At the end of the day, he saw that he couldn't milk the money no more, and I think the police were coming after him or something like that. So we encouraged most, if not almost all, his congregation to drink cyanide-laced Kool-Aid. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, gave up all their access. They sold their homes, everything, and gave it to this man for luck of the colony. And this was made up of all people, black people, white people, it was all kinds of people together. Then after that, there was another guy that did it, and he was from this group called Heaven's Gate. Did the same thing. He said, "Oh, the aliens are coming." That's why I watch niggas be preaching that doomsday shit, like old Anton LaVey Atwood over there. When they preach that doomsday shit, and then they start throwing in aliens and UFOs and shit, I'm like, oh, I'm out of here. All right, buddy. I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? I don't go over that shit. You know what I'm saying? If you got some alien videos or something like that, I watch that shit. If you just having a premise and a conversation about it, yeah, the aliens, see, they come from planet, you're training them, and they're in the Star district. We can't see them for the naked eye, but they're always here in the skies and everything. The motherfuckers talk like that. You can go on with that. But yeah, we got a problem with those groups. Dr. Malachi York, he was another one of them. Kind of find out he was down there touching little girls and stuff. They had set up a campsite down there in Atlanta. He was down there raping. There was a couple girls that were pregnant by him. Same thing. He was claiming he was a messiah. Who else can we get in here? I'm trying to think. I got to call out Brother Polite. He's locked up right now for what? Anybody in the back? Y'all remember Brother Polite? Y'all forgot about that? Huh? What's the other nigga that's locked up? They used to be part of that whole shit. When them niggas was going country to country, them motherfucker raised $30,000 and kept raising money. That's why I told you people love lies and illusion more than they love the truth. This is why I've been here for 2 hours and your motherfucker donated $10 to me. Trust me when I tell you that. I forgot what his name is. His real name is Elijah, and that was funny because I was keep on thinking. I was like, that nigga was Honduran, I think, because Elijah, that's like a Honduran name. Like somebody would name their kid Elijah if they were Dominican or Honduran. I swear to God to you. And so trust me, I know. And so like it was that, meaning like he appears to y'all to be black. Y'all thought Fred the Godson was black, and Fred the Godson was Honduran. You see what I'm saying? Like black don't have no phonetic features, in my opinion. Like you see people in Africa and they look like a cousin in fucking Georgia. You know what I'm saying? So that you miss me with that shit. But anyway, this is what I was getting at. You get these guys that kind of prop themselves up as false gods, false people you should follow or whatever. And you always have a set of dumb people that want to follow behind them because they're looking for a savior to save them. People always want a savior to save them. They always want somebody to come help them out. They always want somebody to whatever. It's just the fact that you got so many of these guys nowadays that use this meaning of a hustle, and this is where you get those truth tellers and these exposés and all these people, and they come in and they just gather them. Y'all so easy to give them money and don't even question nothing. It's just like, my soul is telling me. You know how many people I ain't heard say that shit? My soul is telling me he's telling the truth. Your soul was telling you that Lamisha bitch was telling the truth too, and she was lying. You see what I'm saying? Then on top of that, the boys that you get raised, they back these women. And even if they blatantly know they're lying, that's because they've been raised by women. Women that have no morals. A lot of times these women are bitter. I'm not talking about the good single mothers that raise these kids. I'm talking about the horrible ones. And that's just the truth. So, when you see these niggas that be hopping online, they wouldn't be quick, dun 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 dun, Captain Save 'em. Dun 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 dun, Captain Save 'em. Who can I save the day? Let me hop in my trusty save bike. The save bike. Dum, 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 Captain Save 'em. That was hard as saving to save them. I'm trying to tell you. I hear you. Hey, I hate to say it. I don't give a fuck what you say, nigga. You got a fake profile. I don't give a fuck what you got to say. You got a fake profile and ain't donated a dime. I don't care nothing about what you got to say. Yeah, these be getting too. I'm about to start churning that. What's the name? Thank you very much. I appreciate it. That shit is crazy. Thank you, Gillian. I appreciate it. Only get one person to donate to you all this time. That's crazy, boy. They only donate. I told you they only donate to them. What's the name? Diddy Punch. You in love with Diddy too? Yo, my nigga, you doing some weird shit in here. This nigga asking how old niggas are and shit. I don't do that Q&A shit in my chat room. I don't know you. Don't come in here and the first thing you think is asking, how old are you? Where are you from? Where do you live? Where you at? Nigga, who the fuck you working with? Yeah, because trust me, there be a lot of dummy accounts in here and shit like that too. Thank you very much. Only person, you see what I mean? Like the hate is that strong with the donation shit. They only and like that's a funny thing. Most of my followers are men, and we gotta switch that up. I think I'm gonna start getting rid of. I'm gonna go in my thing, and I'm gonna try to get rid of at least. I think in a weekend I can do about at least 5,000. I'm gonna try to get at least 5,000 out of here. We do 5,000 a week. I'm gonna start getting these dudes over here because what I'm finding is the dudes are not only met because their interest is peaked because they're most of my subscribers. So basically, what YouTube Studio does, how you doing? What YouTube Studio does is it looks at that, and that's basically capsized by your algorithm, your personal algorithm. So if I got more men, the more men they like this type of entertainment or whatever, it supersedes other shit. You know, understand what I'm saying? And it's okay to entertain them, but I'm not gonna sit here and keep entertaining niggas that ain't even contributing to the cause. You know what I'm saying? Like fuck them niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying? We could do better than that. So I got some things in order how I'm gonna change that, how I'm gonna get along with that or whatever. I'm not too worried about it. I'm gonna start changing the material because I need to get a higher CPM where the point is I don't have to, because I can really start talking my shit then. And the people that have previously supported me and donated to me or whatever the case may be. Like I got a guy right here, Javon. Javon always comes up in here. I don't need Javon to donate nothing because every time he comes up in here, he hits the like button and he also puts my cash app up here. You know what I'm saying? That's a brother to me. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know if Javon is black, white, polka dot, pink. I don't give a fuck. You understand what I'm saying? I really don't. There's Gillian. There's last night I had this guy up in here. I hadn't seen him in a while. I said his name. The old gal is another one. But imagine only having a solid 10 people, you know what I'm saying? Look at this snitch, nigga. Who the fuck you know how to snitch on, nigga? Tell me that. And you better say it quick, nigga. Say it quick. Say it quick. On who? On who? Who I snitch on, nigga? Tell me. Who? Who? Where the paperwork at? So you out here making up shit? That's how deep they got now. Now the niggas just making up. Listen, all this week we got niggas that come in here and they throw shit. Yeah, we got them out here. We got them out here. We got them out here. I'm a snitch. So explain yourself, dog. I'm right here. I'm waiting. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll let you talk. I'll let you talk. Go ahead. I'm waiting. Come on. Come on. You just keep writing taunts. I said, say what you gonna say. Everybody see that? I told the nigga to say what he was gonna say. He keep writing taunts. You know who? Nigga, name some names. Tell us who. We waiting. You got the floor. You and your mans. There needs to be two of y'all. So come on, throw it to us. We waiting. On CC. Nigga, I don't even know that nigga. Get the fuck out of my chat. I don't even talk about that nigga. Yeah, that's some of his people. He trying to fit into the story. Yo, that shit was crazy as hell. I've crashed on the whole block, nigga. I don't sell drugs, nigga. Yeah, you got the wrong person. I don't live on the block either, nigga. When he said that, I knew he was off. He said, "You snitch on the whole block, nigga." I don't even be on the block. I don't sell drugs, nigga, and I don't live in the hood. So I live in Connecticut. I caught this fool lacking. He be running when he seen the G. If you call who lacking, who? Now, what probably is going to happen is if you come around anywhere where I'm at and I'm in the town or whatever, and that's what you think you're gonna do, you probably gonna get chopped the fuck up. That's probably what's gonna happen. That like you're not gonna threaten me. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's not gonna happen. Like all this tough talk about me, you gonna come to New York and do this. Like a couple of niggas that they got friendly now because they talking to niggas or whatever in the town or whatever. And I'm gonna say this to any nigga that's in New York City, you a fucking sucker if you sit up here inviting these foreign motherfuckers that don't belong in the New York City tri-state up here and thinking they feel comfortable. I saw last week when niggas made that nigga what's his name, Charleston White, made that nigga feel real comfortable up here in Brooklyn. I'm like, why the fuck is niggas protecting this nigga for? But that's their mans and shit. But stop spreading out that message that them niggas can come up here and it's just everything breezed and everything's all right, because it's only gonna be a matter of time before they try that with you too. So I'm telling you right now, you keep running up on me like niggas have been in here y'all remember last night if y'all was here? Last night I was a crackhead, then I was a heroin addict, then I was an alcoholic. Motherfucker told me because I had patana oil on my face. I'm sweating out my pures alcohol. I'm like, bitch, I don't even drink like that. Now, yeah, sure, man. Sure. I'm still a crackhead. That's the fat nigga that lives in his uncle basement. He's the one that does that. Let me tell you something. Now I know who it is. So the fat nigga that lives in his uncle's basement, right? Basically what he does is he goes to everybody's channel and harasses people. That's what he does. So if he's hating on you, that means you're doing a good job out here and he's jealous of you. So what he'll do, yeah, the amount of line was wild. Yeah, it was from fake profiles. You notice they ain't even have their real profiles. Like I would have respected if it was one of their real profiles. Nigga, I don't sell drugs. I don't move in the streets like that. And if I move in the streets, I'm somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Y'all waste your life to come here hating for no reason. That's what they do. But it's this particular fat nigga, and I want everybody to pay attention to him. It's this particular nigga, it goes by, I'm gonna call him Pork Chop, all right? This nigga Pork Chop is known for this type of behavior. He doesn't just do it here, he does it in multiple different podcasters' areas. He'll go in your area, sit there dormant, or he'll have fake accounts or have 3 or 4 fake accounts. He got this little bitch he run with now. She does the same exact shit. You know what I'm saying? And she's just like the Canadian bitch. Bitch gets involved in stories that have been going on for 2, 3, 4 years, and all of a sudden she exerts herself into the story and act like she is the fucking expert on everything that's happening in the story. This is what this nigga does because he has no story front. His story front is basically, what you say? Like for real, some people just be hanging because they can't control their woman, you know. I get it from all angles. What the fuck did you just say to me, nigga? Yeah, the only people that hate on me are people who can't control their own lives. That's a fact. And I feel you about that. People coming at you telling you look like I don't look like that. So like I don't give a fuck about that, dog. I ain't, to be quite honest with you, I ain't never had nobody even allude to some shit like that outside of motherfucking YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And you writing a little too much for me, so I'm gonna get you up out of here. You ain't said nothing in the whole show. You ain't donated a dime, nigga. I don't need you here. Sounded like that nigga was trying to legitimize what the nigga was saying right there. That's what that sounded like to me. He was trying to low-key legitimize what the nigga was saying. Nigga, I don't do no fucking drugs like that. I ain't never did no drugs like that. Anybody that know me know that. So basically what you got is you got this one, I'm not dog, you got this one motherfucker. What he does is he don't want nobody to make money but himself. He got a gambling habit. So think of him as like the Black Penguin, right? So the Black Penguin, basically what he does, and most of y'all know who I'm talking about, the nigga that live in his uncle's basement, be trying to act like he big time. That's your uncle house that you've been at for 5 years, and the money you do make, you go to the fucking casino with it. But see, black folks ain't got nothing problem with that, though. They keep giving this nigga money, you understand what I'm saying, to go gamble. To go gamble. And he'll go on excursions and film him gambling. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody know it. But for some reason or another, you know what I'm saying? He ain't doing shit but sitting in his fucking basement talking shit about people. That's all he does day for day. This ugly, disturbingly ugly. I ain't never seen no man that look like he's disturbingly ugly. And he'll sit around and he'll just talk about people. Like the way he got into my life was a nigga brought me up doing an interview with Jaguar Wright. I'm like, nigga, I don't even fucking know you. You're not even the type of person I talk to. You understand what I'm saying? You're like, I can't sit there and look at him on screen for longer than 15 minutes because I start getting nauseated by the way he looks. I'm like, this man looks disgusting. He looks like a perv, and like he just looks, I don't know. He looks like one of them niggas like you knock on the door and it'd be like, look here, Bernie. We know the kids are here. There's no kids here. Leave my door. You know, he look like one of them type of motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So we don't be worried about that. You know what I mean? We'll be worried about that because he does the same thing with Jaguar. So if you hear something come out of his mouth about Jaguar, right, it's the same thing with him. He's a covert motherfucker that tries to act like he's a stand-up dude in front of everybody. He's got his best voice on. But behind closed doors, this is a maniacal, dirty piece of shit motherfucker. Him, the bitch that's with him, she's even worse. You understand what I'm saying? Don't take that bitch, the fat bitch, to be with him, to be trying to pimp off like that bitch is a strong four up here in New York. That bitch is a strong four up here in New York. On Fordham Ave, not even in Manhattan, on Fordham. The fuck out of here. So anybody that's smaller than him, anybody that looks better than him, anybody, like, if me and this nigga walked into the same room, dog, trust me, nobody's gonna pay attention to this fat nigga. You understand what I'm saying? So what he does is he tries to make everybody else feel bad because he internally feels bad himself. And that's sad, but that's who that blogger is. If y'all choose to give him, but I have a strong thing about somebody to be on their channel talking about black people this and black people that, the people that look like you trying to sabotage them exclusively. You don't go after nobody white. You don't go after anybody other than that. You just go after one particular person. It's the same thing with 2 or 3 of the bitches that follow behind this suck ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? There's this one raggedy bitch. She from same thing. She from in the town. I don't have no respect for any nigga. And I think we really need to start doing something to these niggas. Any nigga that's linking up with niggas from out of state and trying to bring them to the town, and they got insidious intentions or whatever as they're coming through to the town, then nigga, you going with them. For real, you going with them. That's how I feel. How about y'all? Anybody else in the tri-state? If niggas is bringing niggas here to the tri-state and telling niggas, no, y'all safe, nah, we need to get them out the way. We need to get them out the way. You understand what I'm saying? Because potentially they're gonna be a problem. That's like a nigga, that's like a nigga bringing somebody to somebody's party, right? And we invited you. We didn't invite that nigga. Who the fuck is that nigga? Why you bringing him up into your apartment? Like, you know that from just living in your hoods and the high rises and the projects and shit like that. You wouldn't bring another nigga that nobody knew there to the projects like that or whatever and be like, yo, that's my man, I'm protecting him. Huh? I'm trying to tell you, the new bitches are a lot of these podcasters. I don't hide behind people. Nigga, don't ever come in my motherfucking shit asking me where the fuck I'm at, you fucking hoe ass nigga. You're not talking to somebody that's on here talking unseasoned. Nigga, I done did the business. I done did things to people. Like trust me on this. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? And I don't have to say it. I don't have to say it. You know what I mean? So my point is, when you come in my chat room and you talking from California, you talking from Wisconsin, you talking from Ohio, you coming in throwing all kinds of presumptions, people are this, people are that, or whatever. Be careful, because somebody might do that about you. This particular dude that I'm talking about, people had assumptions about, say, I ain't no sucker, so I ain't gonna do it all the way. People were making claims about him about fucking around with kids. You see what I'm saying? There's another chick that's part of his little squad. This bitch live in the dirt of the dirt with her mother and been there for like 7 years. So niggas don't really want me to start talking about niggas. Because I start talking about niggas, it's going to get different. I go in deep. We fuck all that interviewing your mother and all that, whatever. Now I'm going to film me knocking on your fucking front door. That's what I'm going to do. I'm different, dog. Trust me on that. I'm going to film myself going to your kid's school. You feel what I'm saying? Like, shit is different with me. So like leave me the fuck alone, all right? I don't bother nobody on here. You don't never hear me jump up on here saying nothing like that or nothing like that. But honestly and truthfully, some of these suck-ass niggas is in the New York City tri-state area that's inviting niggas looking for superstardom to New York thinking shit's sweet with them and whatever. We need to start seeing some of these niggas. Like them niggas, for example, that brought Charleston White up here, them niggas went live with the nigga. I'm like, talking about, if a nigga touched Charleston White over us, nigga, y'all ain't the hardest niggas in Brooklyn, respectfully. But like, for you to say some shit like that is crazy. Like, how many was it? Like 6 or 7 of y'all together, y'all protecting this nigga? And you're like, but nobody touch this nigga up here in Brooklyn out while we with him. Nigga, I know some niggas that'll come through there and swipe all y'all niggas and him. And y'all know that. So that's why I was like, y'all serious right now? Y'all taking up for this nigga? But they won't even hold down people in a city like that. They won't even hold down people in their own city like that. But yo, just come up here from Ohio. Just come out here from Wisconsin. You straight. Because they hoping the same thing go in reverse. All right, when we go out there to Chicago, niggas is not going to hold you down. Let me tell you something. You go out to Chicago thinking niggas got you or whatever, son, you not coming back. You go out to Cali thinking, oh, yo, niggas got me, da 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 da. Son, you not coming back. You understand what I'm saying? So I particularly look at that because I remember the days when niggas was out in Detroit and they had to pay to come to Detroit. Niggas had to pay to this day to still come through California. Niggas is dying out there. Pop Smoke got killed in California. And he from Brooklyn. So why the fuck would you be bringing these niggas? Like, I look at you as like a snitch ass nigga if you fucking with them niggas. To be honest, I ain't even gonna hold you. If you giving niggas some out of state information and shit like that or whatever about New York niggas, nigga, I look at you as a snitch. You not no truth teller. You not no real nigga. Nigga, you a snitch. Just go on down to the precinct, start working with them. You understand what I'm saying? You be a better capacity there. That's who you truly are. That's why I try to tell you, a lot of these niggas, you gotta walk it back with a lot of these niggas y'all be interviewing this shit. If that nigga is telling somebody secrets from 15, 20, 30 years ago or whatever, that means that nigga was always had the potentiality or always was a snitch. You understand? Well, thank you, Josephine. You understand what I'm saying? So, like, when y'all holding these niggas up, anybody can have a gun, son. Anybody can have a gun. But what my point is you got New York niggas holding down niggas nah, son, nah, that ain't happening. And it's just the fact because if all of us knew it, you understand what I'm saying? It would not be happening. Niggas were like, as soon as them niggas would have went live, niggas would have went over there and checked that nigga. But it was the fact that they had cheese to be prepared. They had the out already pulled out. They let niggas know da. But we had know the nigga was on his way. That nigga would have made it from LaGuardia. Now, I'm not talking about me, but I'm just talking about in general. If you would have announced, yo, I'm flying into LaGuardia right now. You understand what I'm saying? You know what the setback would have been. So let's not pretend and like, all right, the niggas over here safe in our apartment, now let's film it. Or the niggas safe over here at the local laundromat or the safe at the local, and I'm not disrespecting them guys. I'm really not. They East New York niggas, I understand y'all get down. I be in East New York. My point is this. Stop making these niggas feel like they can talk shit about our tri-state and then come up here and then be safe under direction from these niggas. This niggas that get on their podcast talking shit about New York. There's people that have been in my chat room talking about fuck New York, fuck the tri-state, da. And y'all niggas they get on the podcast to be asking you questions. Yeah, I've been to New York once. Yo, this some shit that's some ill shit I never seen. City was wonderful, but you better be on your P's and Q's out there. Some of them cats man, ain't even son of us, dog. The whole fucking city is wild right now. The city's on fire right now. Anybody that live up this way know that. It's a whole bunch of shit happening up this way. You understand what I'm saying? All you gotta do is look at your local news. You understand shit up here is not a joke. That's why I don't be up here he, because I don't do that with niggas in the street. I'm not known for that he. I and he with my friends when we celebrating, having a birthday or something. I have friends. You understand? So when I hear a lot of these people that's in the New York City tri-state and they sitting back and they talking about, yo, we protecting so-and-so because he came to the town. Y'all better respect him. We better respect him. You better get that nigga to the airport for something happened to him. That's what you better, not me, but I'm talking about in general. There's a whole bunch of people don't like Duke. You understand what I'm saying? A whole bunch of people. I don't have friends. Word. A nigga named Will said I don't have friends. Mentally ill niggas. Mentally ill niggas. You understand what I'm saying? A nigga went out of his way. How many followers that nigga got? I just want to see something. That nigga been on there 3 years, had 1 subscriber. He, out of all the shit he wrote in here, he said, you don't have any friends. Nigga, you don't even know me. That's why I try to tell you, these mentally ill ass niggas that be online, they're a bunch of sissies and suckers. Yeah, I have followers. They have followers. They're followers too, but it's too many of them. You know, these are the same niggas that let Tekashi 6ix9ine walk around New York. It wasn't just so recently where he couldn't walk around New York openly like that no more. Niggas told him, yo, son, we see you on 125th or something like that, you done. Niggas shot at him up here. It's not sweet. They be picking their situations. Like a nigga he said he coming to New York to perform, right? The nigga Charleston White. So niggas will walk him around and protect him because he know in the back of his mind, you're not paying attention to the premise. Niggas want to get at this nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Because shit he said. I don't start shit with people. You ever notice I don't start my podcast, yo, fuck this person, da. Now, I don't say that just to be saying it. And I don't just go off on tirades about people. If I say something about somebody, it's because you have said something that is untrue or not, or facilitated in a way that is not meant to be facilitated in. That's when I'll stand up and I'll say, hey, hey, hold the fuck up now. Hold the fuck up now. You're not gonna get up here and lie to everybody. That's me. You understand what I'm saying? But what I don't do is I'm not gonna sit back with people and be like, okay, you can get on podcasts and be like, yo, fuck New York. This nigga has come out of his mouth and said, fuck New York. And now he comes to New York, and the ultimate way of making New Yorkers look like a sucker is that you on camera to your peoples back there where you from, and you like, look how dumb these niggas are. I done talk shit about this city, and they still embrace me. That's what they saying. It's the same thing with that anti-LeVay Atwood nigga. That nigga says all the time, fuck Americans, especially, well, not him, but his mans. Fake Thor, he'll say, oh, you know, the Americans, da da da. We need to adopt an American. America is messed up, da 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 da. Really, nigga? Let me show y'all something. Let me show you how poor them people be over there in England. And if they're not poor currently, this is what you come from over there. Because there's a whole bunch of trash over there in that system they have built up. Let me show y'all something. It's still early too, huh, y'all? If y'all want me to go a little longer, whatever, break some things down, let me know. And I'll do that. If not, I'm going to be up on out of here, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I love how this dude play with everything. Yesterday, somebody told him, I think it was a particular podcast or whatever. He had brought up his drug history. Anti-LeVay Atwood, he had broke up his drug history. Yeah, sure, man. You know, where we know each other from again? Where we know each other from? Where we know each other from? That's the first day they come in here and say, you can't afford no this, you can't do that. Listen, let me leave him in here for a second. You gotta love niggas like this right here. You see what the statement he wrote? This nigga called Boop One. First of all, I don't even trust no nigga named Boop. That's for one. But you notice how these niggas sit up here and they write shit like this in your fucking chat room? That wasn't even the conversation. But you notice how he wrote that in the chat room? That's for somebody right now that lives on the 5th floor in a housing project somewhere. There go the customary key emojis. We'll talk about you without you being here. Bye-bye. That's the ones that are looking for attention. You notice how this man started writing more comments after I acknowledged him? Y'all got to watch for niggas like that. Y'all got to watch for niggas like that. That's why I always watch my chat room. You got to watch for niggas like that. These are black domestic terrorists, and they are livid here on YouTube. They are sent out on missions, but don't even realize this mission is being pointed on them right now as we speak. But you're going to find out. You're going to find out. You're going to find out. Anyway, let's go over here. But keep on writing whatever you need to write in here, bro. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Guys, make sure y'all hit up the Cash App, $STRINGERBELL80. Again, that's $STRINGERBELL80. You know, I know by the anticipation or enthusiasm with that where I should go with this. But I want to show y'all something because, you know, I'm not Australian. I'm not from New Zealand. I'm not for, what'd you say? I don't even know you. I don't even know why I don't even know you. So why does your metric of anything? Dog, I live in Connecticut. I have a huge ass place here to myself. I think I'm doing all right. And I live in one of the most opulent areas in Connecticut. It sounds like you're jealous of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, do I look like I'm fucked up? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit be funny to me. Like, the other thing they'll do is, good night, Gillian. Thank you. The other thing they'll do is, they'll, yeah, because I'm definitely not going live no more tonight. That's why I got it out the way now. You know what I'm saying? That's why I got it out the way now. That's a goddamn shame. 23,000 followers and only 8 people donate to me. That's crazy, right? That's how racist they are out here. Whatever. Racism, bias, you're not nice enough. You're not a motherfucker told me that. You seem like you're mean, but the motherfucker sitting up here talking about gossip and talking down on people, they're nice people, right? Niggas suck a dick. All right, how about that? Let me point in on this motherfucker right here. AERSR. Nigga say you should be grateful for what you got, nigger. Why don't you just put that at the end of it? You should be grateful for what you got, nigger. Is that what you? That's what you sent over here for? You straighten out all the niggas. Be careful. Be grateful for what you got, nigger. Is that what you wanted to say? You done? Anything else? Huh? Okay. You should be grateful for what you got, nigger. No, you're childish. You're childish. You're childish. You're childish. You're childish. You're childish. I don't know you. And you're writing your motherfucking opinions to me. I don't give a fuck about your opinions. That's the childish part. You get no childish than sitting there presenting your arguments to someone that has told you openly, I don't give a fuck. You are childish at the point where you think that everybody should articulate. See, that's what the little owl bitch does up there in Canada. She thinks if anybody doesn't talk at the octave that she finds adoring and appealing, then they have no form. Bitch, I know some people that will eat you alive with slang and teach you at the same time. That is the biggest narcissist. I just want to take a moment to say that. That Canadian chick, that blackout chick, if you really people, that is one of the most unwarranted narcissist, this obnoxious wannabe tap dancing. I listen. I ain't seen cooning like that since Fiddler on the Roof, nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's some deep surface cooning. I ain't never in my life sat with a nigga and said after they said some racist shit to me, sit around. He's right, Davin. Nigga, I don't even know you. I don't even know you. Like, you see what I'm saying? That's the whole thing. That's the black folks right there. That's what they like to do. Black folks are basically domestic terrorists here on YouTube nowadays. They work in quadrants. They go around, tell people don't donate to people. This is what they do. But they only do this with people that look like them. They're cowards. I keep trying to tell you that. So white folks jumping off, they're going to be like, can we go with your mouser? We don't want to sit with these niggers. Can we go with your mouser? I want to show y'all something. This is a show. It's called Benefits UK. Any of y'all familiar with it? It's been online for a very long time. And what you'll see is some of the Cockney trash that lives in Britain. And I do mean trash because even the people that live there consider them trash. And you'll see how they act and how they live or whatever, whatever. And one of the first things you're going to find out and you're going to notice is, hey, he sounds like somebody we listen. One thing I won't take in here is I won't take people sitting back and making lies and excuses because these guys are white. I was waiting for the first coon to come up in here. That's why I waited and before I said anything, and we have our first coon. He did not say that. In fact, I've watched this documentary now 3 times. What he said was, and just like the rest of these motherfuckers that's in this documentary, is none of these bitch motherfuckers, some of them in some cases haven't worked 10, 15, 20 years, not even have a side hustle. You understand what I'm saying? Not even have a side hustle where they trying to get something out of. No, this is a whole different breed of motherfucker. He ain't saying nothing about he used to have a job or whatever, whatever. These people stay on these benefits for 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40, 45 fucking years and have so. And if you were really paying attention, what they said was that was coming to a quick end. You understand what I'm saying? It said it was coming to a quick, bitch, shut the fuck up. Now you want to switch shit up. We all heard what the fuck you wrote, and you want to tap it back and like we can't read the last one that you wrote. You know what I'm saying? Hold on one second. I got your money, Mitch. So that person right there came with the black white tears and said to y'all, oh, I think he said he had a job. Ain't that what the motherfucker wrote? Then they turned around and said, no, I was asking you. No, you wasn't asking me. You was taking up for this one. And when I started going into your motherfucking ass, you didn't have nothing to say. So we got a lot of these fake African Americans that run around nowadays that want to jump online and act like they some criteria shit. Let me show you a couple of things. One, you did not grow up better than me. That's for one. Number two, you're not more accomplished than me. And when I was working full time in the music industry for 17 fucking years, you can't go in a time machine and reinvent that. That's one. You understand what I'm saying? So no matter how much you pretend or whatever, when I throw up my resume and you throw up your resume at McDonald's, Starbucks, like most of you motherfuckers, the local grocery store, it ain't gonna compel. So all that shit you talking right now just is what it is. A whole bunch of yeah. That's it. Let us continue with this trash that we see in Britain on these benefits. Nathan's watching. I'm just showing y'all a quick little summary of it. I'm not gonna play the whole thing. I'll actually make it available or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But let's get your goofy ass out of here. You like motherfucking material thing. Is that an iPad? Is that an iPad? Sucker ass nigga. We was watching a clip of a documentary, and it's about the system that they have over in England with credits, which are basically like benefits they have over here in the United States. The problem is you have generations of white British people that have been on these benefits. You understand what I'm saying? I'm talking about from 40 years, 50 years, 30 years, 20 years. And right there, what you saw an example of was you saw the mother, you saw the father, you saw you saw the mother, you saw the sister, you saw the son, all three generationally on benefits. You understand what I'm saying? Now, ironically enough, these folks and a lot of the surrounding little small towns that they have over there in England, throughout West England, North Shore, and a whole bunch of other places, they're similar to this, especially the more rural you get. The more rural you get out there, the more you get these white folks on benefits or whatever. So when I have somebody come into my chat room and they're trying to uphold the great white way, you understand what I'm saying? I have to point out in contention, yo, this is what's going on here. There's a particular podcaster right now, he's a white podcaster, and he's from England. He was kicked out of the country because he was a drug addict and a drug dealer. Ain't nothing gonna change that. You can't come back to the United States as far as I know. So he is now taking it upon himself to be the be-all and say-all, at least pretend like he is, the be-all, say-all from England, along with another man from New Zealand and another cantankerous, obnoxious, wannabe pretty, but isn't actually pretty woman from the navels of Canada. And so she kind of like is the tap dancer of the show. The other one is kind of like the hype man. And then the other one, he's the ring circus leader. And so what they do is they sit around, any nigga to say who up on him, we don't do that. That means you a snitch. So anyway, what they do is after that, they turn around and what they'll do is they'll basically, how can I say it? They'll circumnavigate the information to go on. Like this girl today, she went on a live for 6 hours. I did a live last night for 3 hours, did 20K. She went live for 6 hours and only got 4K out of it, I think. Nobody gives a fuck what you're talking about. Nobody gives a fuck what this dude is talking about either. But what I have a problem with is when you have African Americans and Latin folks that are running over there to listen to this brand of man's podcast or whatever the case may be, and circumnavigating from people of color to give the same information or donate to them or support them or whatever. The other day, this woman, one of the people that's in that thing, she screamed out that she had some racism take part to her, played the clip, was complaining about it, didn't know what was going on, wanted everybody to circle around her. So niggas started making podcasts about it, trying to back her up and everything. I was one of them that did it. And she turned around not even 4 hours later. She didn't even end the podcast. One of the dudes that was from the conglomerate of which she was around, which ironically enough, the dude that said the racist stuff to her, and then subsequently said it on 3 other podcasts, you know what I'm saying, the same terms, tones, and he was American, so it's different. You know what I'm saying? It was different. He was like, well, you know, we're talking about a case about Diddy, and everybody in here, 98% of people are black, so I don't understand what the problem is. You don't understand what the problem is talking in this type of accent, talking about, well, 98% of the people in the country. Nigga, you sound like Boss Hogg when you said that. Where them Duke boys at? You know, like Roscoe Pico Train, some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all ain't gonna know who the fuck that is. I barely know who they are. That nigga sound like Roscoe Pico Train. What do you mean? I got a black dog. Then he followed up with shit like that. I said, oh, damn. Now he say he had a black friend. Do you know when I grew up, I lived around the projects and I used to hang out with black guys all the time. They used to joke me about being fat. Hell, how come y'all can't, this is the shit he said. How come I can't make fun of somebody for being black, but they can make fun of me for being fat? It's the same thing. That's what he said. And so this black Canadian Haitian woman turns around and she forgives him. After she and asked all of us to come to her defense. I'll never forget that shit. This is why I don't take up for bitches when I see them getting beat up, robbed, nothing nowadays. Fuck that shit. That bitch spit in my face. And then her homeboy, what's the dude's name? Marv or whatever, Murph, whatever his name is. This nigga gonna turn around. It was the bitch she had over there. She wanted to go get a bitch from New York now. You know what I'm saying? That's what they think their prime defense is to come into the city. I'm trying to tell you, you and the motherfuckers get washed, for real. You want to roll with them, you get the same treatment they get. All right? If you want to roll with these motherfuckers, you're going to get the same treatment they get, whether it's court or otherwise. That's the rules. And you know that. You understand what I'm saying? Because I see a lot of people from NY all of a sudden they want to team up with niggas from England. They want to team up with niggas from over here, over there, Canada. The other day, that girl made $350, and most of the people that were donating to her wasn't from Canada, it was from the US. All right, y'all, that's my time. I don't want to do no more. It's boring. You know what I'm saying? Think I said, like I said all the time, thank God we got Google. But there is definitely a conspiracy. They don't want the brothers to make no money on here. They want to make it so it's all white men and black women that run the confines of YouTube. That's who they're happy with. And you see this girl, she's so elated when she's around white folks, and that's why I said I know you definitely not for the culture. And the only time she gets offended when some shit is said racially is when it's concerning her. You understand what I'm saying? Like I'll show y'all something before I get up off of here. Let me show y'all this motherfucker real quick. I ain't even gotta play what she said, but this is the minds of these folks. All right, so y'all can pay attention. Now, this is her homeboy, and he tells her beforehand. He's like, "Yo, listen, that's my man's right there. I done known him for a long time." So he starts coming in with the usual shit. Let me make up some excuses for him. You know, that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Let me make up some excuses for him. That's what racist people do like that. They make up excuses for the person's what's the name. But I want to point this out first. This woman literally sat here for a minute and 41 seconds nodding her head in agreement. This is not the place you want to be. I ain't got no links to drop, fam. I ain't got no links to drop. I don't drop no links. I don't do none of that with these folks. You know what I'm saying? I've been here for what, 2 hours, 28 minutes. Nigga ain't dropped me nothing but $20. You know what I'm saying? That's it. And that's from one of my continuous donators. Like, I got 23,000 people. They don't like niggas on here. And if you a nigga on here, you got to talk real soft and you got to pander to niggas. I'm not doing that. Fuck y'all niggas. Fuck y'all bitch ass niggas. All that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas is not my friends. Like, trust me. I know my friends. But listen, this is a motherfucker that's sitting here for a minute and 41 seconds fucking nodding their head. Check this shit out. Y'all ain't gonna believe this shit.
Like, tell me one reason for LA to have anything to do with the Olympics. Anyone.
Now, y'all count it off.
I can name you other states. In fact, any state.
Look at her.
It would be
Just watch her.
Any state. Why? How about one of those states where they've got loads of lovely hotels?
No, I should just keep nodding. Like it's weird, dog. It's a strange behavior.
State, a new surrounding state or town or city or whatever on the map. But, I mean, what?
Now it gets faster.
LA. Oh, I wonder, do you know that fault line?
This is a man in New Zealand and a woman in Canada talking about what's currently going on in California as if they are there and they know. And people are buying into this. Well, she's going to start nodding her head again. She is elated talking to this man. You will never see a woman of color doing this for another man of color. She is elated by this man. She is in a state of bliss right now talking to this man. Look at her, still shaking her head.
It's time to move, okay?
In agreement. She's trying to show she's in agreement.
I'll show you around.
Look at her.
Okay? Like, you can sleep on the couch.
How many of you black men have seen a black woman react like that to you in the past 20 years?
He stopped to run away, people. Run away.
Look, she's still nodding her head, giggling, cracking jokes, smiling bright. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Look at, she's still shaking her head, so she's gonna go back to it.
Yep.
This is Canadian Lizzo right here. Yep, I agree with everything you're saying. I agree with everything you're saying. Yeah, so I'll shake your head some more. This is the mind of the modern day. Y'all ain't peeped that shit? Yep, yep. And she'll sit there with that walrus. She looks like a walrus. Which is that? We're not good or know enough to them. I don't know what that means. You got to rewrite that. We're not good or know enough to. We're not good. Oh, good enough. Oh, I really don't care. I stated my shit on that. Like, listen, I don't have black men or black American women support me financially except for a handful. If I can count out all my donators on 2 hands, they go to let you know I don't play no side with niggas. Like, no. I'm not in the particular notion of taking up for African Americans anymore because when you need them, they're not there for you. The same thing I told you about the fires out there in California while I was calling out Tariq Nasheed. Tariq Nasheed lives in that area. Where the fuck is the FBA and ADOS from Yvette Carnell? How come they're not interested in getting involved in the reliefment efforts, especially with Altadena? I have to ask that question. And what you'll find out is, just like you saw them 10, 15 motherfuckers just leave when I said that, those are the guilty ones. Those are the guilty ones. See, they'll act like they're angry because I said something about the FBA or I said something about ADOS. No, I said as a group, why the fuck are y'all out there on the relief effort of those black people that are in Altadena and Pasadena? Do you know the history of Altadena? Altadena was one of the first motherfucking places in California where you have generational wealth between blacks. There are black people out there that had their houses burned down and Latinos that had their houses burned down that have been in those homes for over 40, 50, 60, some of them cases 70 years, and there was only one house that stood. All these black folks out here to scream, oh, I got so much. You see how many people came up and you broke. I got more money than you. I got money. How come you ain't got your rich ass over there and donated to some of those people's motherfucking campaigns? See, niggas love to jump online talking about I got it because they can't go to any white folks and do it. So they got to do it amongst other niggas. You ever notice that? Even if you watch the behavior they're trying to display to you that they've got money when they do it, they'll turn around and the first thing they'll do is, yeah, nigga, I'm getting it. Da, 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 da. They'll never walk up to a white man and do that. When they walk up to a white man, they on their P's and fucking Q's. How do I know? I live here in suburban Connecticut. Niggas don't do that shit here. But in New York, they do that shit all the time. And you in New York, I'm going to say this true honestly. When you in New York, you'll find some of the biggest coons in the world that'll tap dance for a minute because there's so much despair that they'll go with anything. You understand what I'm saying? Anything. Where out here in Connecticut, niggas is not quick to go for anything like that. Niggas out here is like really quick like to be like, yo, fuck you. And I'm like this weird mix of both. I'm a mix of Connecticut, I'm a mix of New York. You understand what I'm saying? These are the only two in Jersey, or the only three that I've known like most of my adult and later teen life. This is all I know. So I've been through all of them. I've seen niggas get stomped the fuck out or whatever. Y'all know that nigga bleeding out his head and everything else. And black people will step over top of him to walk next to the 7-Eleven and buy coffee for Dirty Mike and the boys. It's because he's a white man. I had a chick literally move me out the way one night. She's like, excuse me, can you move out the way? You know what I'm saying? This one right here, Ben Allen, he's about to spell out nigger. That's from Anti-LaVey Atwood's channel. You see what I say? You see what I say, all right? You see it, right? Y'all see that? Ben Allen. Oh, that's cute, Ben. Did you learn that by yourself? Now, Ben, you know you in big trouble now, right? I know you think, I got a fake profile. Yeah, but behind that fake profile, you got a real profile. Don't you, Ben? And little do you know something that I know that you don't know. That's all right. You're right. I can't flag that, Ben. But I could do something else. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, Ben's in here for 1 year. That's a dummy account. That means he has it attached to a real account. That's the shit I have to go through every day. I'm down in Fairfield. That's all you need to know. I don't know you, so I don't say that, but I'm in Fairfield. You talk in the lowest form. Learn to talk without swearing. Based on whose merits and whose measurements. You do realize that I worked at a record company for 17 fucking years, and I worked around multimillionaires or whatever, and I cursed around them and every fucking thing else. You know, people that talk like you, Vincent, are people that have never been fucking anyway. Actually, you're the exact type of person I'm fucking talking about, a wannabe. See, wannabes say shit like that. Bosses talk like me. Yeah, perfect example. You think the fucking Rock is worried about quotating himself around a cocksucker like you? Do you think that, Vincent? Do you think that any of these rich people have to adorn, or anybody this is my fucking cookie shop. You understand what I'm saying? Like, how many followers you got? Look, watch this. This is the difference between bosses and workers. Of course, you've been here for 6 years, you got 1 subscriber. So you are a spectator. Now, what you got to learn when you're a spectator, Salam, when you're a spectator, you got to stay in a spectator's place. A spectator's place is not to call out the motherfuckers that's actually doing it. So when you tell me, oh, well, I can't speak the way I want to in America, or you tell me, based off your observation, how I can bring in more conservative motherfuckers, that's what you leaning at. I'm here to differ with you. I don't want motherfuckers like you, Vincent. I don't even know how you found your way here. or how Ben found his way back here to write Nigger again with a separate profile. See, I told you we had multiple profiles. I was hoping you would do that. Thank you. I'm glad you did that. I'm glad you did that. Now, I want you to do it one more time, because if you do it one more time, at that point it's harassment. And then that way I can get a civil lawsuit started with you as soon as we find out your IPO when I mail this over to YouTube staff. Okay? So I'm gonna block this one too, okay, Ben? I'll see you in a few seconds. Oh, I love playing games with white folks. It's fun. I love playing games with this type of uneducated white folks. It's so fun. They always see, the way you beat them is they always think they have the upper hand on you intellectually. So you just have to, sway the points. That's all. They're very simple to find out. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that language, so I'm gonna take it as a fucking insult. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get up off of here because. Are you a lawyer? Are you a lawyer? Zello King, are you a lawyer? Are you a lawyer? I'm going to give you 10 seconds to answer. It only takes 10 seconds to type in yes or no. Are you a lawyer? Are you a lawyer? Yes or no? You a lawyer? Because if you're a lawyer, you would know something. Yes, I can fucking sue them. If you derive anything, it's called hate speech. You derive anything off of these motherfucking what's the names, and there's 3 or 4 cases you can reference to see for yourself. I don't like when you have people that come in here to tell you what you can do. Yes, you can sue, stupid. I know, money bitch. But you get people that come in here, they're usually black or white. That's usually the two I get there, and they come say the most ignorant shit. It'd be Latinos and other people too. But they'll always come in here, and I ask them a question, and they're not ready for those questions. Are you a lawyer? If you're not a lawyer, then shut up. You understand what I'm saying? If you're not a lawyer, then shut up. These mentally ill niggas, like you see that nigga wrote, I'm blue. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I don't never take this app serious no more. I don't take the people that follow me seriously either. Like, I don't. I look at it and get out of it what I get out of it, and then I keep on moving. You know what I'm saying? And for the real ones that do support me financially, I got something coming up for y'all. But I'm not going to be doing trips with niggas. I'm not going to be filming their locations unless I want to film. I'm not going to be doing any of that shit anymore. It's a waste of time. I blew over $500 and something filming the Jonathan Majors case. I went back and looked at my shit. I wasted over, I think it was a little close to like 270 something, covering all the puff shit or whatever. Do you know I had this is how I know niggas is racist. I had 335,000 people view that live. I think it was a second arraignment. 335,000 people. You know how many people donated to me? 4. It's definitely a racism game in the donation process, and it's a sexist game in the donation process too. With the women, you got to worry about the women, black women and Latin women. They're both jealous and hate you as well. Yeah, they'll be both jealous and hate you as well. I can't stand him, and so then the dudes, they've been raised by a mama. They'll turn around, they'll back the bitches. They'll be like, I don't like him either because Keisha don't like him. How you don't like him? Keisha says she don't like him. Why Keisha says she don't like him? I don't know, but Keisha says she don't like him. And that's what they'll do. So when you understand what I understand, you'll understand very quickly why I don't put too much faith in that part of my race. It's not no use in doing it. You know what I'm saying? They showing you who they are. These niggas done spend more time trying to harass me on my own channel than sitting back and donating, supporting the cause. And everybody in the chat room say, yo, this nigga saying some real shit. Not at the night, niggas will say the same thing. Yo, this nigga saying some real shit. I got fake gang member niggas over here making up shit, talking about I talked about so-and-so, whatever. If I find out you try to get me in a fight or something like that, I ain't even going to see that nigga first. I'm coming to see you first. How about that? You weren't expecting that, huh? I'm coming to see you first, and then we going to take you in front of them. I'm a fake G. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yeah, that's what's up. I'm a fake G, but my motherfucking face on the screen. My name right there. This nigga hide behind a name. Now you a fake G, nigga. Fake niggas, real niggas don't hide behind screen names and no profiles. Now the niggas won't fight me because I'm interrupting their money. You can't tell people about us and what we out here doing. Keep trying to tell y'all niggas, man. You gotta watch these niggas out here, bro. These niggas be selling y'all porky pies so much they telling the truth. These niggas ain't telling the truth. These niggas ain't telling the truth, son. Yeah, man. I hope you get some help for that mental illness you got going on, all right? Yeah, I hope you get some help for that mental illness. What this girl say? She said something that got retracted. What she say? What she say? Yeah, you must have said something really bad because they won't even let you come up here. What did you say? Let me see one more time. Yeah, whatever she said was really bad because I'm gonna give you one more chance. What's your name? Tamika Gray. You've been here for 10 years and got one subscriber. I'm gonna give you 20 seconds to rewrite what you wrote or whatever. You can't write it with curse words though, because it got retracted. I have retracted restrictions on my profile so people can't come up here and say stupid shit. So unless you're gonna say what you're gonna say or whatever, which I don't know. It could be 50-50. You could have said something nice. I don't know. But go ahead, I'll give you a chance. Go ahead. Tamika. If that is your name, Tamika, whatever. Nothing? You got nothing to say? All right, Tamika, peace. Oh, I removed that bitch, didn't I? My fault. Fucker. Oh, she wrote something. Oh, yeah, she was hitting again. All right, y'all, I got a headache. I got my views for the night. I'm going to go enjoy myself. There might be some uploads put up here. Thanks for the only person that did donate to me, Gilliam Tate. Shout out to all the niggas online that go out of their way trying to take down another person of color. Y'all doing a great job. Y'all keep going on these podcasts, acting like y'all care about the people. Y'all keep going over there, talk to these Europeans, acting like we the problem and they the truth. Y'all just keep cooning and tap dancing and doing it an American way. But one thing for sure, real quick, call me whatever you want to, real, fake, whatever. Doesn't matter. Point is this, right? I'm going to say this and I'm going to say this real quick. I don't talk about niggas. I don't make up lies about people. I don't come in people's chat rooms and bother them. But that's about to change. Oh, yeah, that's about to change. And if you want to keep throwing the pressure up, talking about what you're going to do and how you're going to do it and everything like that, then I have no other choice than to do the same thing. A lot of people are led astray and think they're powerful because a particular white man has told them in England, don't worry about it. I'm the real truth. I'm the realest G out here. Yes, I am, blimey. I sold pills to kids and shit, and now I'm living back in England. Did 10 years in jail for it, got kicked out the country, but I'm a stand-up man. Stand-up man. We should all follow behind this man's example, and they'll give him excuses. He's changed his whole life. I know niggas that did 20 fucking years, came home and opened up businesses, ain't a nigga ever celebrated a moment with them.